up mostly of high school players. A few years later, Iron Wyckoff, a graduate of Brown University, showed up in Cotuit and immediately got involved. The two worked well together and showed most of the responsibility in supporting and keeping the Kettleers competitive. There was a little part. As the years went on, the two decided to include college players on their roster. Yet their biggest achievement might be their leadership role in 1963, forming what's known today as the Cape Cod Baseball League. The two were way ahead of the curve and were the first to actually recruit those college players. Mike Hawk would take vacation time, crisscross the nation to meet players. It was this kind of thinking and commitment that made Cotuit a powerhouse in the early days of the Cape League. Rebella was the president of the Cotuit Athletic Association through 1978, while Mike Hawk served as general manager through 1994. The organization remembers Rebella each year, granting scholarships in his name to worthy high school graduates. The Cape Cod Baseball League honors its 10th man with the Rebella Trophy. Meanwhile, the league has named their championship trophy in Mike Hawk's name. He's also been installed in the Cape League Hall of Fame, and the press box building here in Lowell Park is named in his honor. Two men who have shaped the growth and development of this historic franchise over its 75-year history are remembered by the many volunteers, coaches, players, and interns who have represented the Cotuit Kettleers and the Cotuit Athletic Association. Now we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats. Please welcome Manny Rebella's niece, Vicky Vieira, who's going to sing our national anthem.
For the last time in this regular season from Lowell Park, I'm Riley Pay, joined alongside Jenna Meyer, and thanks for tuning in to the Kettleers pregame show. A 4:30 p.m. matchup tonight against the Bourne Braves. A lot on the line, looking to take this first place spot heading into playoffs. Jenna, an exciting day at Lowell Park. Can't wait to get started with today's game.
An exciting day and a busy day at that, coming off of that Monday postponed game due to the rain. A lot of events tonight at Lowell Park, including our Legacy Day ceremony, fireworks, youth night, and of course the big contest against the Bourne Braves with first place on the line, and of course that President's Trophy for the best record in the CCBL.
Now as we head into today's game, let's give you a rundown of what happened last night for the Kets. The Kets took a victory over the Falmouth Commodores with a 6-1 final score. Joseph Whitman had the start. He tossed 3 2/3 innings for the Kets before Zach Chappell came in to relieve. After that, we saw Cam Schulke out of the bullpen, and finally Ryan Bruno, a dominant force in this pitching staff, faced the last 4 batters and gave 3 strikeouts to close out the night for the Kets. Jenna, the offense was looking great, 6 runs on the night, also stole some bases as well, so a lot going right for this offense.
The Kettleers were able to capitalize last night, whether it was at the plate or on the bases, able to capitalize on those bases loaded situations, quite a few walks, and of course aggressive base stealing, just how head coach Mike Roberts loves it. Now, looking over to tonight's contest, let's take a look at the matchup on the mound between the Kettleers and the Braves. On the mound for the Braves, Rob Adams out of Southeastern, coming out of the NAIA with a record of 14-2, joining this Braves team with a record of 0-1, but looking to see how he can improve on the mound tonight and how the Kettleers can handle him from the plate in the offensive production. Riley, tell us a little bit about the starter for the Kettleers tonight.
On the mound for the Kets tonight is Matt Joyce out of Coastal Carolina, making his second appearance for the Kets this summer. Last saw him out against Hyannis, where he tossed 2 innings of work. He throws a fastball with 2-seam action and a high spin slider, very dominant arm, coming off of a very successful season out of Coastal Carolina. Usually pitches to contact, so it'll be an exciting time having him have the start today for the final game of this regular season.
Now for the final edition of Kettleers Keys to the Game, we have a few special guests and we'll toss it over to them now.
Joined now by Harrison Cohen, a recent transfer to Virginia, a pitcher for this Kettleers pitching staff. Harrison, give us a key to tonight's game, coming off of a really big game last night, hoping to carry that momentum into today and take home this first place spot.
Definitely attack the zone on the pitching side. There are a lot of new faces, I think, that are going to be making their first appearances today, so look for them to try to attack the zone and make a statement pretty early.
And now over to Tim Crowley, one of our play-by-play broadcasters for the second key of the game. Tim, what do the Kettleers need to do tonight?
Well, Harrison just talked about the pitching staff. Let's talk about this offense. A great start in Falmouth last night, 4 runs in the first inning. Get back on the board in the first tonight. It was a great start, giving Joe Whitman plenty of support. Let's do the same for this pitching staff today in the regular season finale.
That's all for us on the Kettleers pregame show, along with our special guests for today. Now up to Tim, Jake, and Riley in the booth to bring you all the game action against the Braves tonight.
The final day of the regular season from Lowell Park, and the implications cannot get any bigger than this. Cotuit and Bourne, with the winner capturing the Western Division crown, the President's Trophy, and home field advantage throughout the entirety of the Cape Cod Baseball League playoffs. Jake Starr, Tim Crowley, Riley Pay. Thanks for joining us on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon on the final and 44th game of the season. So we'll go through the scenarios a lot throughout the game, but for Cotuit, it's simple, Tim. A win or a tie, and you're the 1 seed. You hoist the President's Cup, and you win the Western Division for the regular season.
Again, they say that some things never change. In that case, with the Cape Cod League and the Western Division this year, once again, you're looking at the top 2 teams. What could change? Does Cotuit have a chance today to overtake Bourne, the reigning President's champions, with a chance to do so today? We'll see how this game turns out, but the odds are in their favor in terms of just needing a win or a tie.
And offensively, a couple of new bats in the Cotuit lineup, but Riley, most of the regulars, as they'll look to get a fast start and get on the Braves early.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of variation in this lineup today, but pretty standard for this Kets team. A little bit of variation in how they're lining up and what spot they're hitting, but an offense that has been really hot as of late, especially after last night, 6 runs on the night. Getting back to stealing bases and the aggression in the base pass, a lot of promise for this team as we head into this final game against the Braves.
Bryce Eblin steps in. Here's how the Braves line up tonight. Bryce Eblin leads off, Matt Shaw second. Matt Horvath third, Chris Brito fourth. Josh Kuroda Growler fifth, Ryan Eno sixth, Josh Moreland seventh, Nelson Taylor 8th, and Alan Espinal bats 9th. Matt Joyce kicks and deals. First pitch grounded towards the right side over the head of a diving Trotter Harlan. Trickles into right field. It's a base hit. Leadoff single for Evelyn. First pitch thrown at 4:26, 4 minutes ahead of schedule. 81 and sunny. Once again, Evelyn, Shaw, Horvath, Burrito, Kuroda, Grauer, Enos, Moylan, Taylor, and Espinal. Matt Joyce gets the ball for the second time in a Kets uniform. Pitched against Hyannis a couple of nights ago. Went 2 innings pitched, gave up an earned run, 3 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. 19 appearances this past season at Coastal Carolina. 4-1 with a 4.50 ERA. Matt Shaw settles in from the right side. Joyce works out of the stretch. We'll have the infield-outfield alignment for the Kets momentarily. Joyce throws over to first, skips away from the first baseman Galaney. Motoring towards second goes Evelyn. He'll make a turn towards third. He'll go towards third. Here's the throw to the bag. It is not in time. Looked like Evelyn may have came off for a second, but he dives back into the bag, and an less than ideal start for the Cats. An E1 on Matt Joyce allows Evelyn to go towards third before pitch is even thrown to Matt Shaw. So now the battery is Lomavita and Matt Joyce in the infield. Ryan Galaney plays first, Trotter Harlan at second, Tommy Choi at short, Caleb Ketchup at third, Carter Trice left, Enrique Bradfield in center. Eddie Park plays right. Infield comes up for the Cats. First pitch to Shaw. Dribble towards third, backhanded by Ketchup. Looks Evelyn back to third, throw to first in time. Shaw's retired for the first out of the game.
In a spot like that early on, there's no one else on this infield that you want the ball hit to. Caleb Ketchup has been extremely smooth at third base the last couple of games. Does a good job there. Almost got caught in an in-between hop, but keeps his balance on the backhand and delivers a strong throw to first.
1 out, top of the first. Once again in the infield, right to left, Galaney, Harlan, Troy, Ketchup. Right to left in the outfield, Park, Bradfield, and Trice. Battery is Lomavita and Joyce. Mac Horvath the batter. Underneath that one's Horvath, popped in the air, shallow left field. Hugging the line, Ketchup to third baseman. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. And Riley, Matt Joyce, 1 out away from working around early trouble.
And he's one that's going to pitch to contact for you. Not a huge strikeout guy in his last season at Coastal Carolina, but bouncing back here with a little bit of soft contact, letting his defense go to work. That's pretty much what we're going to see for him throughout the rest of today. And Caleb Ketchup aiding in that with his defensive abilities already.
Chris Brito, the cleanup man, steps up to the plate. First pitch was fired home today, as we said. 4 minutes early, 4:26. Temperature 81 degrees and sunny from Lowell Park. Here's the pitch. Curveball there for a called strike, 0-1. If Matt Joyce is able to work around a runner on third and no outs, could totally swing the momentum the Cats' way. It looked like Bourne was poised to strike early. Still can. 0-1. Fouled back 0-2. Joyce way ahead in the count. So as we said, we'll certainly hammer home the scenarios all day today. Both these teams have clinched at least home field in the first round of the postseason. Falmouth is locked into the 4 seed. Hyannis the 3 seed after Bourne beat them 4-3 a night ago. Kits beat Falmouth 6-1. So the winner of this game or tie would go towards the Cats. We'll get the 1 seed in Falmouth, and the loser of this game will be the 2 seed and take on Hyannis. 0-2 the count. Joyce set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Sails outside for a ball, 1-2. Chris Brito has hits in 6 of his last 7, but snapped a 6-game hit streak with an 0-for-2 performance last night against last game he appeared in. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip back, 0-2. Leading off third is Bryce Evelyn. 2 outs, top of the first. Infield plays back after they were up. No outs and 1 out in the frame. Joyce, the righty out of Coastal Carolina, works against Brito, the DH from Rutgers. 1-2, 2 outs. Set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So after a runner on third with nobody away, Matt Joyce and the Cats defense buckle down to get out of the first inning unscathed. No runs in the inning on a hit. There was 1 error and 1 left on base for Bourne. We played a half from Lowell Park. Cats bats coming up on the other side on the Kettleers Digital.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Bottom of the first, still scoreless from Lowell Park. As the Cats bats get set to come to the plate, here's how Cotuit lines up this evening. Tommy Troy leads off, plays short. Caleb Lomavita second, does the catching. Carter Trice third, plays left. Ryan Galaney cleans things up, he'll play first. Trotter Harlan fifth at second. Eddie Park sixth, plays right. Ryan Ignafo is seventh, the DH. Enrique Bradfield bats eighth, the center fielder. And Caleb Ketchup bats ninth and plays third base. Once again, it's Troy, Lomavita, Trice, Galaney, Harlan, Park, Ignafo, Bradfield, and Ketchup. We'll go against the lefty out of Southeastern University. Rob Adams making his fifth appearance of the summer, just his second start. 1-0 for 3.27 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 10 hits allowed. 6 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting at .278 against the southpaw. Alan Espinal does the catching. Josh Moreland at first. Josh Kuroda Growler at second. Matt Charlotte short. Bryce Eblin at third. Matt Horvath in left. Nelson Taylor center. Ryan Enos in left. Right to left in the infield. Moreland, Kuroda Growler, Shaw, Eblin. Right to left in the outfield. Horvath, Taylor, Enos. Battery is Adams and then Espinal behind home plate. Tommy Troy steps in. First pitch home to him. Breaking pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. Tommy Troy back in the leadoff spot for the first time in a couple of days. Had been batting in the 2-hole the last few games for Cotuit, 1-0 home. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Talked to Troy, who said he traditionally at Stanford batted either second or seventh. So leadoff spot, certainly a newer spot for him this summer. 1-1, slapped the other way towards first. Moreland backs up on it. Takes it to the bag himself, first out of the inning. Tommy Troy is retired. Caleb Lomavita up to the plate now for Cotuit.
Keep an eye on the wood. It looked like the handle shattered that time. Heard a little bit of a tick at the end of that swing for Troy, so maybe he'll do a piece of lumber when he comes back to the dish the second time up.
Caleb Lomavita steps in. His first start in a couple of days. Last played Saturday against Wareham. First pitch to him. And on the hands, fouled back right side. 0-1 to Lomavita. Lomavita had a 9-game hitting streak. He snapped against Wareham. 0 for 3 outing. Went 0 for 7 against the Gatemen this weekend. Here's the 0-1. That one's dribbled right side again. Bobbled and over the head of Moreland. That trickles into shallow right field. Lomavita, a big turnaround first. He'll retreat back to the bag. So a couple of errors now for each team. Lomavita stands on first as it looks like they'll roll it ahead, which interesting decision to say the least. But yeah, it's rolled a single on point streak. So Lomavita gets his first hit in a few games. You'll take it if you're him. Brings Carter Trice up to the dish. 1 out, bottom 1.
That time a hard hit ball that ate up the first baseman in Moreland. And again, interesting to see it ruled a hit, but Lomavita was aggressive that turnaround first with the second baseman Grauer heading to the outfield. Maybe a chance to head for 2, but Matt Shaw covers the bag and makes Lomavita retreat back to the bag.
Trice, the righty, steps in. Adams works from the stretch. Lefty deals. Trice squares the bunt, pulls back. Tying away for a ball. Tom Ryberg has the balls and strikes. Rick Antonio at first, Mark Delaney at third. Ryberg and Delaney, a couple of men in blue that the Cats have been awfully familiar with this summer. As I know Tim alluded to me in our pregame conversation. 1-0 the count. Adams set at the belt. Pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-0. Carter Trice hits in his last 3. The future NC State product has reached base in his last 8. It's been one of the staples on this Cotuit team since way back in game number 1 of the season on the road at Veterans Field. Here's the 2-0. Inside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Feels like a lifetime ago when we were at Veterans Field. And the Cats top the Chatham Anglers to open up the season. To a team that won its first 8 contests. Here we are now in game number 44 of the summer. 2-1 the count. Adams comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Inside corner again, called strike. 2-2 to Carter Trice. It's a Cats team that certainly has had a roller coaster ride to start this season. A quick ascent towards the top of the standings. Then a dry spell in early July that saw the team go 11 games without picking up a win. A couple of ties mixed in there before things started to settle down towards the back half of July. 2-2. Trice dribbles it on the ground towards third. Fielded by the third baseman Evelyn. Goes to second for 1. Throw to first in time. And it's around the horn. Twin killing. Double play from the Braves. So in the first, no runs for the Cats on a hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. Played 1 full from Lowell Park, still scoreless here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Cats, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Top of the second inning, still scoreless. Matt Joyce back on the bump for inning number 2 at work, after he worked around a leadoff single and then a 2-base error for Bryce Eblin. Left him stranded on third with 3 straight Braves hitters retired. For at least the next 2 hours and 20 minutes, the lone game on the CCBL slate this evening. 7 o'clock, Chatham and YD underway from Veterans Field. Playoff implications are simple for that one. Chatham, they're eliminated. Doesn't matter for them. For YD, they're gridlocked with Brewster at 46 points in the Eastern Division standings. So if YD wins, they will take the East. If they lose, Brewster will take the East via the tiebreaker. 5-6-7 due up. Another Rutgers Scarlet Knight settles in. Josh Kuroda Growler, first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Kuroda Growler making his second start with Bourne. Was 0 for 3 a night ago in the Braves' 4-3 win over Hyannis. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Kuroda Growler, a very impressive season with the Newport Goals of the NECBL. Hit .331 over 44 games, 4 home runs, 31 runs driven in. 0-2. Dribbled foul left side. Bourne seems like Big Ten 2.0, because you just look up and down their roster. I mean, Matt Shaw, Maryland. Chris Brito, Rutgers. Kuroda Growler, Rutgers. A couple of guys off their bench that play for the Scarlet Knights. 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. And I was a Big Ten fan myself. I certainly love to see it. I know Tim always gets a little giddy when he sees a fellow Hofstra player. Riley, the same thing whenever there's a Mountain West player. I know we had Cade Morris here way back. 1-2. On the ground towards third. Underneath the glove of Ketchup. Goes into left field, a base hit. We'll see what they rule it. The Lomovica one was a hit. This one should be a hit as well. It is ruled a hit. So it's the first base hit in Josh Kuroda-Grauer's CCBL career. And that's another leadoff base runner for the Braves. Ryan Enos, the batter. Nothing away, top 2.
Just found the hole on the left side that time, and it's been a ball that Ketchup's had some range to lately, but can't catch it. That one, it's a leadoff single. Bourne's had the leadoff man on in each of the first 2 innings.
Caleb Ketchup, who has been playing terrific defense these last couple of days. That's a difficult play to make. Can't hold that one against him. Joyce, a quick throw towards first, back in time. Hits Kuroda-Grauer. Enos has hits in 4 of his last 5, a couple last night against Hyannis at Doran Park. Joyce, another throw over, not in time. Enos has played most of his collegiate ball since 2018 with SUNY Oswego, a little bit west of Syracuse, right on the Great Lakes up in upstate New York, western part of the state. Here's the pitch. Scores the bunt. Enos gets it down, but foul, 0-1. Is transferring to East Tennessee for next year, but Enos someone brought to Bourne thanks to his connection with Scott Landers, who has, ties to that SUNY Oswego program. And Enos, strong season in just 9 games, 276, has driven in a run, scored 3. 0-1 the count to him. Here's the pitch. That one's up in the air towards left. Trice goes over towards the wall, and it's gone. A ball that didn't look like it really had much carry on it. Finds a way over the fence with the wind blowing ever so slightly towards left. Ryan Enos hits his first round tripper of the summer for the Braves, and it's 2-0 Bourne in the top of the second.
Jake talked about that time, not seeing one that looked like it was getting out. Where the pitch was, the swing that time from Enos was a pitch that kind of got in, but he found enough of the barrel with getting his hands inside the ball to push it out of the ballpark, and Bourne with 2 early runs here in the second.
And from up here, it looked like it kind of jammed him in on the hands a little bit, but a great job by Enos, Riley, just keeping the hands inside the baseball and getting enough barrel on it to shoot it over that fence.
Yeah, enough barrel on that one to send that one into left field.
Moylan cuts and misses at the first pitch, 0-1.
But exactly like you said, not a ton off the bat, and then you just saw that one carry and ultimately put Bourne ahead here, 2 runs in this inning.
1-1 the count. We've talked so much this season about the ability to strike early in ball games for the Cats. 19-3-2 this season when scoring first. On the contrary, 4-12-2 when forced to come from behind. 1-1. Down low for a ball, 2-1.
And looking at last night, that was an effective game for the Cats. 4 runs alone in the top of the first inning. A lot for them to build off of. You saw that success pay off with the victory over Falmouth.
2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And a lot of baseball left to play. Both teams kind of taking the approach where they want to save pitching with no off day today after this game was postponed from Monday to today. So certainly be plenty of opportunities for the Cats bats. 2-2, swing and a miss. Moreland's down on strikes. Second punch out for Matt Joyce. Nelson Taylor, the batter. But no, there should be plenty of opportunities, and there's a lot of baseball left to play.
Nelson Taylor, the center fielder, Polk State. Taylor, number 26.
Nelson Taylor settles in. It's the first time he's seeing the Cats. He joined Bourne prior to July 25th's matchup at Wareham. Just 2 for 12 so far with limited sample size. First pitch to him. Down for a ball. Skips way over the head of Lomovica back towards the fencing behind home plate. Counts 1-0. Taylor played his freshman season at Polk State. Hit 236 over the course of the year. Swings and misses at that one. Count moves to 1-1. Stayed down in Florida for most of the summer, playing for Seminole County of the Florida Collegiate Summer League. Hit 242, 3 home runs, 12 RBI down in Florida, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And Tim, we're seeing that off-speed stuff is on from Joyce, and it's really diving below the knees. He's getting a lot of swings and misses.
And again, for him, the ability to get ahead early in counts is allowing him to do so. Start early with the fastball, and then start to work away soft to lefties. It's had a good approach to the last couple of hitters.
Joyce works from the windup. The righty deals the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Make that 3 strikeouts, 2 in a row for Matt Joyce. Alan Espinal, the batter. And the lone blemish, really, Tim, as you said, just a breaking pitch, left up in the zone a little bit.
Up in the zone, and again, it's still a tough spot for a righty to get the hands through, but credit to Enos for doing so. But since then, it's all about response after giving up shots like that. And so far, Joyce is meeting the challenge with a couple of strikeouts since then.
9-hole man, the catcher, Alan Espinal, grounds towards third. It'll be just foul. Left side of the third base line, 0-1. Espinal, just 1 for 8 on the season against the Kets. He's seen them a couple of times. Splits the duties behind home plate with Tomas Frick, his fellow catcher out of North Carolina. 2 away, top 2. 2-0 Bourne leads. Here's the pitch. That one's flared out towards right center. In comes Park from right, so does Bradfield. It'll drop in front of both of them for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for Alan Espinal, third base hit of the inning. And that'll bring Bryce Evelyn up to the plate.
That time, just worse. Better approach that time from Bourne as well. Doesn't have to just ploop one into the gap that time. It's just been a little bit of soft contact here and there against Joyce that set up some opportunities, but out the top of the lineup, due up and Evelyn, trying to get out of this inning before getting to a dangerous part of the middle of the order for Bourne.
Lineup card flips over. Second time through for the Braves. Bryce Evelyn, the leadoff man, settles in. Espinal leads off at first. Does have a stolen bag this season. First pitch down and in. Smothered by Lomovica. Counts 1-0.
And a good block that time. Seeing Harris back behind the plate the last few days, it's a chance to talk about Lomovica once again and the work that he's put in as a blocker. Good slide that time. Chest down to keep the ball in front.
Just from day 1 to Game 44, the improvements Lomovica has made defensively behind home plate have been incredible. Cal will be getting a much improved defensive catcher back when he heads back to campus in a couple of weeks. Throw over towards first, back in safely is Espinal. Evelyn singled his first time up last inning. Then advanced 2 bases on an errant pickoff throw from Matt Joyce. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. That changeup too, Tim. Really good arm side run from the righty.
And that's what you can get from righty. And you and I were having a little changeup tutorial with each other on the field earlier. It's all about that back finger rotation out of the hand and how much spin you can get for that changeup to dive away from lefties. And when you have a righty that can work with that, it's a big pitch working deeper in counts.
1-1. Ground ball right side. Under the glove of Galaney. Fielded by Harlan. Do they have time to make the play? They do. Nice job by Galaney to get back to the bag and retire the side in the second. Bourne does get 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors. And a man left on base for the Braves. We played inning and a half. Kets bats back to the plate, down 2 on the Kettleers Digital Network. We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to Kettleers broadcast booth at gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's Kettleers broadcast booth at gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to Kettleers broadcast booth at gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's Kettleers broadcast booth at gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers digital network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Back here on the Kettleers digital network, 2-0 to score. Bourne has the lead. Last inning ended on a great heads-up defensive play by Trotter Harlan and Ryan Galaney. And the aforementioned Galaney will step to the plate to lead off the inning. Bryce Evelyn is also out of the game. John Peck has subbed in at third base. Evelyn took a hard fall on that play to end the inning. So hope everything is okay with Evelyn, but John Peck now into the game to play third. Rob Adams back out, inning number 2 of work for him. Ryan Galaney leads things off. Bat from the right side. Galaney making his second appearance for the Kets. First pitch to him. Outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. 0-1. That one's dribbled foul. 0-2. Got a special delivery between innings from our phenomenal assistant GM, Glenn Ware. Freeze Pops, or
Otter Pops.
as we learned out west, they're apparently called Otter Pops. Well, Riley, what do you call them in Vegas?
Otter Pops, yeah.
Oh, so you weren't taken aback when he said that. 0-2.
No.
Line towards right. That's in for a base hit towards the line. Galaney will make a turnaround first, but we'll stop there as Horvath, the right fielder, gets it in quickly. Leadoff single for Ryan Galaney. Second hit of the day for the Cats. Trotter Harlan, the batter.
Did a good job that time. Just trying to stay simple. Takes something away, goes the other way. Lines one down the right field line, and gets start to the inning for the Cats.
Brings Trotter Harlan up to the plate. Nothing away, bottom 2. 2-0 to score. So here on the East, we call them Freeze Pops. Right, Jimmy? Right, Tim? Right, we call them Freeze Pops?
You agree, Tim?
He gave me a thumbs up.
Okay, yeah, thumbs up.
No, it's not audible, of course. Here's the pitch. Harlan rips that one to the air out towards center, hit well. Taylor's going back. He does have a beat on it. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Trotter Harlan, Tim, another one of those guys who loud outs recently.
And we saw that last week at the end of the game against Hyannis as well, was really doing that, especially the opposite field. This was a guy that came here and very much like Carter Trice was very pull heavy and now starting to work his way around to all fields.
Brings Eddie Park to the plate. Park has been red hot as of late. Hits in his last 5, hitting .450 over that stretch for the outfielder from Stanford. Wind not much of a factor right now. Flag blows ever so slightly in left center. Leading off first, Galaney. Pitch to Park. Curveball in there for a called strike. 0-1.
But a beautiful day here. One of the best we've seen so far. And clear weather after having to postpone this game just a few days ago from some rain. But clear skies here, ready to go for this last regular season game.
Certainly a nice sight to behold. Here's the 0-1. Curveball dribbled behind the plate. 0-2. It's only the second postponement of the summer for the Cats, which, all things considered, that's pretty good. Just 2 postponed games over a 44-game slate. I think the amount of rain that we had here on Monday before this game was originally supposed to be played, probably equal, if not more, than the total amount of rain we've had on Cape Cod all summer so far. Long set, 0-2. Park just flares it foul. Out of play left side. Count stays 0-2. Galaney leads off first. He has recorded his second hit in 3 at-bats with the Cats. Now it's Eddie Park at the plate from the left side. 0-2 the count, 1 out, bottom 2. Here's the pitch. Park dribbles that back towards the middle. Shaw shorthands it. Throws a second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. It'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice. Excellent play by Matt Shaw to field on a short hop. Cut off Ryan Galaney at second. Eddie Park reaches base on the fielder's choice. It'll bring Ryan Ignacio up to the plate. He's also making his second appearance with Cotuit.
A little bit of a collision there at second base as well, with Galaney and Kuroda Grauer able to make that out, but collision in the process of that. Looks like they're all good here for the second out of the inning.
Nafo settles in from the right side. The Eastern Illinois product also came from the NECBL, where he spent most of his summer. 2 outs. Park leads off first. Bottom 2. Ketts lead trail by 2. First pitch, Ignacio slaps it foul. Right side, counts 0-1. We'll see how long Rob Adams goes. With the postseason starting tomorrow, neither team wants to burn up too many arms this evening. Lefty on righty matchup. Adams peers home for the sign. Long peer home. Comes set. Throw over towards first, and they have the runner picked off. Park, between first and second, tried to evade the tag, but first base umpire Rick Antonio will say they got him, and that is how the inning ends in the second. No runs for the Cats on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. 2 full played from Lowell Park. Third inning up next, 2-0 to score. And we'll get set to toss things down now to our sideline reporter, Jenna Meyer.
Thanks so much, Jake. In honor of today's Legacy Day ceremonies, I'm joined by Ron, the nephew of Arnold Mycock. Now, Ron, what's it like being back at Lowell Park for the celebration today?
Well, it's just like old family when you walk around. There are people everywhere that have been here for years. That's what the organization is really all about, Jenna.
And involved with the organization for quite some time, what is one of your favorite memories here at Lowell Park and in Cotuit?
That's a big question, but Lowell Park, probably the championships. When a couple of years ago when we won, the organization paraded the trophy around the village down to the town dock at the Kettle Hall, and it was a great community spirit. It was one of the better things I thought they've ever done with the championship trophy.
Once again, joined by Ron, the nephew of Arnold Mycock, and honoring the legacies of Arnold Mycock and Manny Ribello today. Back to you, Jake.
Thank you very much, Jenna. Great work as always down on the sidelines. And so in addition to obviously the big postseason implications of this game, today just a great opportunity for the Cats to, honor their history, honoring both the Mycock and Ribello families, and had a beautiful ceremony pregame, Tim.
A really good job, because this is, 2 families that have had such an incredible impact here in Cotuit, and in a season as special as this and so historic as this, perfect place to pay tribute to some of the incredible figures that have laid the way for Kettleers baseball here in 2022 and beyond.
Top of the third, we move. 2-0 Bourne leads. First pitch to Matt Shaw, a dribbled foul. 0-1 the count. 2-3-4 do open the frame for Bourne in a game that has moved quickly so far. Braves lead 2-0. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. 1-1. A lot on the line tonight. Winner of this game capture the West Division Championship. Home field advantage in the postseason. 1-1. Then look for a ball. 2-1. And also the President's Trophy. Cotuit looking to upend Bourne, who won the President's Trophy with the best record in the league 1 year ago. Both teams gridlocked at 51 points at the top of the Cape and the top of the West Division. 2-1. Blow the knees for a ball. 3-1. Regardless of results tonight, first game of the postseason will be here tomorrow evening. 4 o'clock first pitch from Lowell Park. Opponent to be determined. 3-1. Outside corner for a called strike. 3-2 to Shaw. Cats win or tie. It's Falmouth. Cats lose. It's Hyannis here at Lowell Park. 3-2 pitch home to Shaw. Down low ball 4. Shaw walks to lead off the inning. First walk issued tonight from Matt Joyce. Mac Horvath, the batter.
Well, sometimes that result to Matt Shaw, not the worst thing, especially considering the season he's had and some of the damage he's done against Cotuit on the same field. So Bourne doing a good job so far. Leadoff man has been on in every inning, but now a chance for Joyce. Second time through the lineup. Tough middle of the order for Bourne, but it needs some big outs.
Matt Horvath up to the plate, nothing away, top 3, 2-0 to score. Kets trail the Braves. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip in and out of the mitt of the catcher, Loma Vita. 0-1 the count. There is action in the Kets bullpen. Noah Short, the righty out of West Virginia, up and throwing. Last drew an inning against Hyannis back on the 29th. Cotuit looking to get some use out of their arms who maybe haven't thrown in a while before the postseason. Not much of a play at first. Shaw dives back in safely. Horvath popped out to the third baseman. Caleb Ketchup his last time up in the first. Another throw back towards first. That one a bit closer, but Shaw does get the hand in time. So 2 games on the docket tonight. This contest in Chatham and YD underway at 7 o'clock from Veterans Field. 0-1. Sails high for a ball, 1-1. And then tomorrow, 4 games across the docket as the race for the Arnold Mycock Trophy gets underway. Counts 1-1. Righty deals. There for a called strike, 1-2. As we said, Kets will be home tomorrow, 4 o'clock first pitch against either Hyannis or Falmouth. And if you're in the area, we'd love to see you out here. But if you can't make it, we'll have all the coverage on the Kettleers Digital Network. Coverage underway at 3:45 tomorrow with the Kettleers pregame show featuring Riley Pay and Jenna Meyer. And then Tim Riley and myself will have the call. 1-2 outside corner, called strike 3. 4 strikeouts tonight for Matt Joyce. Chris Brito, the batter, 1 out of the inning.
You have to give Joyce credit for that. Every time that he's run into a little bit of adversity today, whether it's the home run last inning, the leadoff walk, he's come back to overpower some hitters by way of the K. Does it again there.
As we said, we'll have all the coverage wall-to-wall the entire postseason, hoping it spans about a week and a half or a little bit more. That means good things could be coming from this Cotuit squad. First pitch, curveball. In there for a ball, 1-0 the count.
It's hopeful that this won't be the last time we're in this booth. Have a little bit to look forward to, especially tomorrow, coming back here and playing at Lowell Park for the first game of the postseason.
At least, but hopefully not one more time from Lowell Park this season. Hopefully a handful more. Throw back over. Shaw dives in safely. Shaw leads the Braves, 21 stolen bags on the season, so the Maryland product, certainly a threat to run. Also someone whose name might hear in terms of league MVP. Brito fouls that. Off the foot in the box, counts 1-1. But Matt Shaw, Mitch Jebb, a couple of names that should be in talks for the league MVP. A couple of Big Ten guys as well. Jebb from Michigan State, Shaw from Maryland. Who said the Big Ten wasn't a baseball conference? State's Big Ten Conference only saw 2 teams in the NCAA tournament this year. Maryland, who hosted a regional, and Michigan, who got in via the automatic bid from winning the Big Ten tournament as a 5 seed. Rutgers should have been in. I think that's pretty safe to say. Shaw back in safely. Rutgers team that Brito plays on. So does the guy on deck, Josh Kuroda, Growler. So does Evan Slight, who's not in the lineup tonight. I mean, I'll say they were gypped. They should have made the NCAA tournament. Complete oversight on the committee, leaving the Scarlet Knights out. 1-1, runner goes. That's driven out towards left, hit well. Trice goes back. It bounces in front of him. Running second towards third goes Shaw. He was off on the pitch. That base hit puts runners on the corners. 1 out for Josh Kuroda, Growler.
Not usually the way you drop the hit and run with the righty at the plate, but Brito knows that all he has to do to execute a hit and run, find some room in the outfield. He does that time to the pull side, and given the jump that Shaw got, he's able to advance to third. Now with runners on the corners, 1 out in the inning, so a double play still gets you out of this unscathed, but Big pitches coming from Matt Joyce.
Josh Growler settles in. He has singled and scored so far tonight. Joyce looking to keep this a 2-run game. He has worked out of a couple of jams so far tonight. Growler settles in from the right side. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball, 1-0. Corners do play up for the Cats. Catch up towards the grass. And the first baseman, Galaney, plays holding the runner on. Middle infield plays up halfway, but in double play depth. Time called at first from Chris Brito. As Growler settles back in, outfield plays him straight away. You'd love a ground ball if you're Matt Joyce. 1-0. Another curveball that looks like it's getting the plate, Riley, but another one not called a strike.
Yeah, a little bit here with location. See how he can get back in the count here, a little bit behind 2-0. But a lot of opportunity. You have runners on the corner, though, so something to be mindful of if you're Joyce.
So 2-0 the count. Joyce looking to battle back against Growler. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Softly in the infield. They go to second for 1. Throw to first won't go. So run will score on a 5-4 fielder's choice. Shaw scores 3-0 Bourne. Brito cut off at second. Josh Growler replaces Brito at first. That brings Ryan Enos up to the plate. So Tim got a ground ball, but not hit hard enough to have a play at home.
And this is what Bourne's continued to do, just doing the little things right. Productive outs, moving guys over, and giving a chance for the heart of the order to drive guys in. It's been the name of the game the last couple of innings for this Braves lineup.
Bourne, an excellent job manufacturing runs so far tonight, putting the Cats in an early hole. See if the Cats bats can get the work in the bottom of the third. But first, Ryan Enos up to the plate, 2 outs, top 3. He squares the bunt. Bunts it foul between the wickets of Loma Vita behind home plate. 0-1 the count. Ketchup stands up in the grass at third. Troy plays back, shaded the pool on the left side. Second baseman Harlan shifted towards the second base bag. Ryan Galaney holds the man on at first. Nothing in 1, 2 outs, top 3 to Ryan Enos. Here's the 0-1. Pitches outside for a ball. Throw to second. Plenty of time. Caleb Lomavita nabs his 6th base stealer of the season. Josh Growler is out at second base. 1 run in the inning on a hit. There were no errors, and nobody left on base for the Braves. 3-0 to score. We go to the bottom of the third on the Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers.
Bottom of the third, Cats bats with work to do. Bottom third of the lineup due up. Trailing 3-0 to the Bourne Braves in a game that will decide the champion of the Western Division in the regular season and the President's Trophy and home field throughout the entirety of the CCBL postseason. Ryan Ignaffo, the DH, leads things off. He was at the plate in the second when Eddie Park got picked off between first and second by Rob Adams. Adams back on the mound for inning number 3 of work. He scattered a couple of hits, but he's been able to work around some base runners. First pitch. That one's lined towards left. It's a fair ball down the line towards the wall. Cut up by the left fielder, Enos. Ignaffo, a big turnaround first. That's where he'll stop. So one pitch, a single from Ignaffo. Tim will see at the bottom of the Kets lineup can find a way to scratch a couple of runs across.
Well, a good start for the newcomers the first time through the lineup. Galini and Ignaffo each with a base hit. That time a good job by Ryan that time to get the hands inside, pulling down the left field line. Moves to Enrique Bradfield.
See if Bradfield squares the bunt. Third baseman John Peck already playing up in the grass at third. Adams moves to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Bradfield hits that one in the air out towards left. It's right to the left fielder. Enos does take a couple of steps back. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Caleb Ketchup, the batter for Cotuit. Bottom 3-0 to score.
It's one thing Bradfield's been working on the last few days is being aggressive earlier in counts, and he's not afraid to do that. He's got to go the other way. Had a productive out there last time a night ago in Falmouth. Had a sacrifice fly to left field, but Bradfield's another guy who had been strictly choppers up the middle since getting here, and with some extra work from Mike Roberts, has been able to slap the ball for a couple extra hits the other way.
Nafo leads off first. Ketchup, the batter. First pitch. Curveball down low. Counts 1-0. That breaking pitch at 68 miles per hour. Brings us back to our conversation last night, Tim. We were talking about just how fast we threw in high school.
Let's do it.
I gotta tell you, Jake, without naming my sources, there is not a lot of belief in the factuality of your statement among this intern group.
Tisk, tisk. Here's the 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0, in and out of the mitt of Espinal, but doesn't go far enough for Ignaffo to advance.
I believe it.
I don't.
Your dad's play-by-play made it sound very good.
Yeah, my dad's a very super reliable individual.
Yeah, Jake's dad wouldn't lie. What are you talking about, Tim?
I'm not saying there's lying, but there's always this thing stretching the truth,
Oh, what?
pumping up the story a bit.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Side corner for a called strike, 2-1. Look, I'm not very flexible, so there's not much stretching of the truth I can really do.
I just don't see. I understand what you tried to do there. I'm just disappointed in my partner, who's supposed to be an accredited journalist, not using objective, factual reporting.
I'm reporting about myself. 2-1. Ketchup hits that one in the air well towards left center field. Eno's back, so does Taylor. At the track, at the wall, and he'll make the catch. Taylor does just in front of the wall. Ketchup gave it a ride, but unable to squeeze a couple more feet out of that.
Ketchup's been swinging the bat better and starting to find that left center gap just a little bit. Slightly underneath that one that time. Gave it a ride, but some hard outs this first time through the lineup for Cotuit. Expect some adjustments the second time through, and starts now with Tommy Troy.
That's the thing. These bats have not been outmatched. No strikeouts tonight so far for Cotuit. They're putting good swings on the baseball. So, as Tim said, we'll see how they adjust second time through. And it starts with Tommy Troy, 2 outs, bottom 3. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Troy 0 for 1 today. Grounded out the first base in the first. Back in the leadoff spot today after a couple of days off. 0-1. Another breaking pitch, dribbled foul. 0-2. Tim, it's been a heavy dose of breaking pitches to Tommy Troy these last couple of weeks.
Especially since he's been in the leadoff spot. Back up there today after a few games in the 2-hole. He said that's where he's comfortable. Flipped back and forth between the 2 spot and the 7-hole at Stanford during the year, but likes the comfort he's had in 2022 out of that second spot in the order.
0-2 the count. Adams set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Way outside for a ball. 1-2. Leading off first is Ryan Ignaffo. 2 away, bottom 3. 3-0 the score. Bourne has the lead in a game to determine the champion of the Western Division. Adams comes set at the belt. 1-2. Troy hits that one to the air in the infield. In comes Shaw, the shortstop. He'll make the call on the catch, and that will tire the side in the third. No runs for the Kets on another hit. No errors, and they leave a man on base. We've played 3 from Lowell Park. 3-0 the score. Riley Pay's got play-by-play next on the other side of the break on the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital.
Top of the 4th inning here from Lowell Park. The Kets trail by 3-0 the score against the Bourne Braves. And a new arm on the mound for Cotuit, Noah Short, the redshirt junior right-hander out of West Virginia. Taking the mound, bring up the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Braves, and Ryan Enos as he steps in from the right side. Second time we're seeing Noah Short for the summer, as he comes set at the belt for the first pitch. That one in there for a called strike to Enos. Last time we saw Short out was on the 29th against Hyannis. He pitched an inning in that appearance. Second pitch inside for a ball. 1-1 the count to Enos. Comes by way of West Virginia. That one outside for a ball. 2-1 the count.
Jake, talk about these guys that have started to pitch backwards throughout the year. The fastball stayed away here, but looks like he had a good feel for that front door breaking ball. See if he goes back there, even with the success that Enos has had there today.
The pitch. Check swing. They'll appeal down to first, say he didn't go. 3-1 the count to Enos.
Yeah, tried to go back to that breaking pitch, but that one a little bit too far away again.
That one just outside. A walk for the leadoff hitter for the Braves as Enos makes his way down to first, and Joshua Moylan will come to the plate.
Look at the difference that continues with Bourne and Cotuit today. 4 innings, 4 leadoff men reaching for the Braves, each inning starting a rally.
The Bourne team that is rallying early on in the game. 3 runs ahead of this Kets team. 3-0 the score. The Braves lead. Short will find a sign he likes. Comes set at the belt. Give a deep breath. And the pitch. In there for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Moylan struck out swinging his first time up. That was against Matt Joyce on Jake. Another good off-speed pitch that was buried down and away.
Yeah, we'll see what Short goes for here. If he tries to stick with that breaking pitch or goes back to the fastball.
See what Short comes back with here. That one inside for a ball. 2-0 the count. Matt Joyce finished his day after 3 innings of work. 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 were earned, a walk, and 4 strikeouts in the 14 batters that he faced in his start today for Cotuit. Moylan in the box from the left side. The 2-0. That one dribbled towards the outfield and right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Enos will make his way into third safely and slide in there as Moylan reaches first safely on a no-out single to keep this inning alive.
That's the simple approach. And again, that time not even a real hit and run. Didn't put the man in motion, but looking exactly what you're looking for with a runner on first. Try to put something through the right side. Give him a chance to go first to third. It's exactly what Moylan does. Finds the hole without hitting the base runner. And once again, as we've seen a couple of times today, Bourne with men on the corner is less than 2 down.
Big spot here for this Bourne team. Runners on the corner with Nelson Taylor up at the plate. He struck out his last at-bat in the 2nd inning. He'll take a deep breath and step in from the left side. The first pitch. Outside for a ball. 0-1 the count.
Corner's playing up again. Middle plays back. So a ground ball up the middle. Willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Coach Mike Roberts will move the infield in just slightly. And the 1-0. Inside towards the knees of Taylor for a ball. 2-0 the count.
Hey, Tim, it seems like that release point is short. He's just he's just releasing a bit too late with that sidearm angle, so everything is running towards the glove side of home plate.
And that's what causes you to pull it. It's all a release point adjustment, as you mentioned. See if he can make it.
2-0. Similar spot again. 3-0 the count. Runners on the corner here. 3-0 the count to Taylor. Bottom or top of the 4th inning. The Braves still lead by 3. The pitch. In there for a called strike. Working back here. 3-1 to Taylor.
That's a great spot. Outside corner on the arm side. If you can live there to lefties, you're going to have yourself in really good shape. You need to find a way to get back to that release point, work both corners of the plate.
Seeing how he can work back here. The 3-1. That one dribbled towards second. He'll have a toss over to home, and it'll be in time to get Enos at home and get the first out of the inning and eliminate another run for this Braves team. A nice play at the plate there from Trotter Harlan, Jake.
Yeah, great play from Harlan. Heads up. Enos was running on the swing regardless, as long as it was down. So forced Harlan to make a play. Now you can see yourself out of this inning. Got the 9-man at the plate. You'd love another ground ball. Try and flip two before the lineup turns back over towards the top.
And a good job that time from Harlan, because you saw that there are sometimes balls like that infielders feel that when a man's going home, they don't have time to set and throw, and sometimes that leads to errors. Harlan recognized the time he had while also working with tempo and a strong throw to the plate.
Huge spot here. The first pitch into Espinal, inside for a ball. Great communication on the defense to get that runner ahead and get him at the plate, and then 2 runners still on base for the Braves. Big spot here for the Kets to work out of with Noah Short on the bump for the first inning. That one in there for a called strike, even if they count at 1 to Espinal. Noah Short, another sidearm for this Kets pitching staff, has been very effective, having quite the arsenal of those for Coach Mike Roberts. The 1-1 inside towards the knees, 2-1.
Well, Jake, that's a fine miss that time, because that front door breaking ball, it's right around that edge, and that's not one that he pulled to the other side, leaving it late on the release point. That's exactly where he wants it front door. Just missed a little off.
Short will give a look over to second. Pitch. Outside for a ball. Loma Vida will barely miss the runner.
Wait.
At first.
The ball took the glove right into the body of the runner.
I think that's a call, Jake, where the first base umpire and Rick Antonio was blocked.
That looked like, yeah, that's the only reasonable explanation there, because that was as perfect a throw gets from Loma Vita.
A 3-1. Up towards the chin of Espinal, and he'll work a walk. Second walk of the inning for the Braves, as it loads up the bases for the Braves team and flips the lineup card over to the top and Bryce Eblin.
We can look back at that play later, but I think that's exactly what happened. This is probably one where Antonio doesn't want to make the assumption that the tag got there, maybe got blocked by the body of Galani at first, and if you're unsure about a tag being put down, I guess you have to call him safe, but that's probably the play you're looking at. Is from our vantage point, it looks like the tag clearly beat him, but maybe a player Antonio just didn't have the right angle.
And just very clean defensively from Loma Vida. First pitch to Eblin inside for a ball. Great communication from him right there. We'll get a mound visit from Coach Mike Roberts as he makes his way to the mound. The infield will come in as well.
Looks like Max Meyer up and throwing in the Cats bullpen. Sidewinder from Stanford, but look, you got one out, bases loaded, and you got Matt Shaw on deck. You need to attack. It looks like we might get a new pitcher here regardless of that. We will.
New arm for the Cats. We'll have more on the new arm after this as Noah Short's day is done. More after this break. The Cats trail by 3-0 the score against the Bourne Braves. Just one out in this inning. More after this on the Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Back here from Lowell Park, a new arm on the mound for Cotuit. Max Meyer makes his way out of the bullpen. The junior right-hander from Stanford, in his 8th appearance of the summer, will take to the mound today. Last time we saw him was on the 30th against Wareham. He tossed an inning in that appearance. The sidearm out of Stanford coming in with a 7.31 ERA his last season there. Finishes up his last few warm-up pitches here. Coming in a tough spot, Tim. Runners on all the bases loaded here for Bourne. Big spot for Meyer.
Feels like this year we haven't seen Meyer get many clean innings to start with. He's been a guy who's come into middle of a big jam and say, hey, Not the greatest situation to inherit, but it's your ball game. See what you can do. And another big spot here. Bases jammed, 1 out. Ground ball does get you out of this if you can spin it, but for Meyer, strikes with nowhere to put the leadoff man.
Nowhere to put the leadoff man. As Peck stands in from the right side. First pitch to him in there for a called strike. Meyer out of the gate. Throwing a strike, exactly what you want to see here. Quick start for Max Meyer. Meyer will peer in towards home in Loma Vita. He'll find a sign that he likes, and he'll come set at the belt. The 1-1. That one popped towards center field. Bradfield will have a beat on it, and he'll make the grab. Runner will tag from third, and he'll score. Another run scores for the Braves as Moylan makes his way into home on the slide. 4-0 the score here. The Bourne Braves lead against Cotuit.
Good piece of hitting from John Peck. Hits it just deep enough for able to make a play. Bradfield got a running start. Made a strong throw home, but was a little bit up the line, so nice job by Galaney to cut it off. That was one that could have gotten by the backstop, but 4-run ball game, it's still semi-early, so you need to get Shaw out here and give your offense a chance, because one swing of the bat and Shaw could make this a blowout.
Definitely a threat at the plate in Matt Shaw. Huge offensive piece for this Bourne team. First pitch to him. Low for a ball. Loma Vita with a good block on that one. Meyer will give a look to second and the 1-0 outside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Matt Shaw.
It's a tough at bat to sequence for because you don't have anywhere to put him. Knowing the plate coverage and the power that Shaw has to all fields, you don't want to give him anything too good to hit, but he also can't be cute and try to work around him here. Have to attack. For Meyer, try to bring that ball back. He has a tendency to pull to that glove side sometimes, just has to come back to the zone.
The 2-0. In there for a called strike. 2-1 the count to Matt Shaw.
A good job receiving that from Loma Vita. May have bought a strike call for Max Meyer, but strong use of the glove hand by the catcher.
As you mentioned, Matt Shaw, a huge offensive piece for this Bourne team. .362 his batting average on the summer so far. 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. Just an explosive piece, and the 2-1 to him. Will trail towards the outside. 3-1 the count. Meyer makes his way to Cotuit, one of the 4 Stanford pieces that make up this team. Him along with Tommy Troy, Eddie Park, and Ryan Bruno out of Stanford. Looking to battle back here in the 3-1. He'll give a check over to second. That one in there for a called strike, loaded up to Matt Shaw.
See if he can get a put-away pitch against Matt Shaw. Really disciplined hitter Shaw is. Not someone who is going to chase a lot of pitches out of the zone. So have to be disciplined with what you throw.
The payoff pitch. Outside for a ball. And that'll issue a walk to Matt Shaw and load up the bases again for Bourne.
Second time Shaw has walked tonight. First walk issued by Meyer, but now I got nowhere to put him. So you need to attack with the fastball, and you got to trust your stuff. It's not a situation where you can afford to dance around or try and get cute with your pitches. You got to trust your fastball.
Nowhere to put him here as Mac Horvath makes his way up to the plate for Bourne. Bases loaded. And the first pitch. That one grounded in towards Ketchup. He'll have a beat on it. He'll make the play for the final out of the inning. 5-3 on the putout, and that's how the inning will end. Cotuit with work to do, but after that inning, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 Braves left on base. We'll head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Work to do. 4-0 the score. Braves lead against the Kettleers on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers.
Bottom of the 4th inning here from Lowell Park. Riley Page, Tim Crowley, and Jake Starr up here in the booth. Jenna Meyer roaming the sidelines down at Lowell Park as well. 4-0 the score. The Braves lead here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Caleb Lomavita due up, along with Carter Trice and Ryan Galaney in this inning for the Kettleers.
Yeah, chance for the heart of the Kets lineup to try and get some runs back. Don't want to wait too long to try and dig into this lead, because the Bourne Bats have shown a great ability to manufacture runs tonight. So you'd love a crooked number up here in the bottom of the 4th.
Bourne wasting no time, but bring up Caleb Lomavita, a strong piece in this Cotuit lineup. Leads the team in batting average coming into this game. He'll step in from the right side, the catcher from Cal. First pitch to him. Low and inside for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. That one flared towards outfield. Shortstop will have a beat on it, and he'll make the catch. Matt Shaw with a clean catch to trot all the way into the outfield and make that grab for the first out of the inning.
Certainly not as easy as the P6 that we'll write down in the book after that one, but Shaw with some range, and he knew he had a beat on it. He was calling off the center fielder Taylor as he was still ranging out over the shoulder. Makes the basket catch, looking back towards the infield. A fine play by one of the league's top players.
Yeah, it's one that probably drops in most instances, but Shaw, great first step quickness. And we haven't seen him play a lot of shortstop this year. Most of the time we've seen Bourne, he's played second, so great job adjusting to the other side.
Great adjustment there. And the first pitch to Carter Trice, outside and up high for a ball. Trice wears the white batting gloves. First pitch or second pitch to him in towards the knees. 2-0. Carter Trice in his second season with Cotuit spent the back end of last season after his time at Team USA. That one flared towards right field. Right fielder Horvath will come in, and he'll have a beat on it for the second out of the inning. F9 on the putout.
Looked like one that might have had a chance to get down for Trice that time. Inside outed one on a pitch that kind of got in on his hands, but Horvath with better range that time gets to the gap to make the catch.
The thing is, the Cats are putting good swings on the ball today. It's not like, they're struggling or they're striking out a lot. They're, getting good contact. So, would love to see some more balls get down, manufacture some more runs, but nothing to show for it so far.
Ryan Galaney steps in from the right side. First pitch to him, blocked in front of Espinal. 1-0 the count to Galaney. He reached his last time up on a single. Made an appearance last night as well in Falmouth. finds himself in the starting rotation tonight for Cotuit. That one flared towards the outside, 2-0 the count to Galaney. The 2-0. Up high for a ball, 3-0. Wind not a factor today. The flag just barely flowing in the outfield. That one in there for a called strike, 3-1.
Galaney taking all the way on the 3-0 pitch. Now 3-1 hitters count, looking one pitch, one spot. See if he can get something he can drive.
Set one opposite field last at bat. Similar spot in this one. Right fielder will go back and he'll make the catch in fair territory in Horvath. F9 for the final out of the inning. That's how the fourth inning will end. End of the fourth inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. Before we take a break, we're going to send it down to the sidelines and Jenna Meyer. Jenna.
Thanks so much, Riley. As we discussed on the radio yesterday, a few different playoff possibilities coming out of tonight's matchup. If the Kettleers win, they will have a home field advantage and first place in the West and will be taking on Falmouth. Same implications if they tie tonight against the Braves as they hold the better record in the West. With a loss, the Kettleers will take on Hyannis once again at home, but a busy weekend with playoffs just around the corner. Back to you, Riley.
Thanks so much, Jenna. A lot on the line today looking to get this first place spot against the Bourne Rays. Ketts with work to do. 4-0 the score. The Braves lead. We'll head into the top of the fifth inning where Tim Crowley will have your play-by-play after this on the Kettleers
Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit.
Max Meyer back out for the top of the fifth inning. He deals with Chris Brito to start. First pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Count goes to 1-0. Brito on the day, struck out swinging his first time up. Also singled back in the third inning. Meyer comes to a set from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch. That's one misses away. Count goes to 2-0. 4-0 Bourne leads, top of the fifth inning. Bourne in need of a win to take home back-to-back President's trophies. Cotuit takes first place overall with a win or a tie against the Braves this afternoon. Meyer ready. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball popped high on the infield. Lomavita gives it a look behind the plate, still ranging back towards the fence. And it gets out of play. In between a couple of fans. Looks like everyone's okay outside the chain link fence. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Meyer got the final 2 outs of the fourth inning in relief of Noah Short. Matt Joyce delivering 3 innings to start the game today. Seeing plenty of faces out of the Kettleers bullpen in the regular season finale. Cotuit is set to host a playoff game tomorrow at Lowell Park. Regardless of the opponent, game 1 to be played here in Cotuit in the West semifinals under the 8-team playoff. Meyer to a set, the 2-1. Breaking ball just got a piece of it. Hit part of Lomavita, goes back to the backstop. Count goes 2-2. Brito out of Rutgers University. Talking a lot about Rutgers because a month from today, Scarlet Knights open up the football season up on week 1, taking the trip up to the Heights to battle Boston College. Meyer ready, the 2-2. Brito chops him down the third base line. That one's foul. Catch-up ranging over, but it stays to the left side of the line. Keep things at 2-2.
Since it's game 44 and we have nothing to lose, can you sing the Rutgers fight song for us live?
No.
Come on, Tim.
It's within a month of the game. I can't be singing for the team that I'm not going to be rooting for that
But
day.
do it for Will Thompson.
Oh, do I like Will that much?
Of course.
Do I?
Sing
We'll
it
see.
for us.
We'll
Ready?
see.
Here we go.
We don't have any Rutgers guys in Cotuit.
Well,
have
nonetheless,
Will.
we still sing.
Meyer ready for another 2-2. Battle of Red, the pitch. Breaking ball misses away. Count goes to 3-2.
Jake, I see you looking up the Penn State fight song. Are you going to do a solo for us? Jake Starr
Maybe
on the
later.
mic.
Is it
Okay.
bad that I don't know the Hofstra fight song at all?
Fight on
It's not
state.
prominent. They don't play it a
Fight on
lot.
state. Woo.
That sounded... Well, here's the thing.
Woo.
If you're going to sing it, you have to commit to it.
Well, I'm not committing to it. That's the issue.
Well, then don't do it.
You don't do it.
Stupid comeback. The 3-2. Brito chops one off the front foot. We'll do it again.
You're a stupid comeback.
Aw.
Terrible. You've completely lost your A game today.
Everybody's A game is on.
Lies on the air last
not
night. Bad
lying.
comebacks today. Rough week to be Jake Starr.
I truly believe that at least once in my life I have thrown a fastball that has had an 8-0 on a radar gun.
Do we have any evidence of this?
Well, no, but like they don't
All right,
bring
then
radar gun. We don't have
case closed.
TrackMan in Babe Ruth baseball.
Some places do.
Where?
Perfect game, I'm sure.
Well, I don't play perfect game.
There's a reason for that.
Exactly.
The 3-2. Breaking ball just misses outside. A deep battle from Brito. He works a leadoff walk for the 5th straight inning. Bourne puts the leadoff man on in front of Kuroda Grauer.
Yeah, look, you want to know the reason why it's a 4-0 ball game? Leadoff man on every single inning for the Braves. Got to throw strikes. Got to attack the zone. You're not gonna win games dancing around the plate.
So another Rutgers product up to the plate from the right side. Stands back in the box on the third base side. Meyer the pitch. Broken bad loop in a shallow left field. That gets down for a hit. Trice ranging over to his right. Brito takes a quick turn around second before retreating back to the bag. It's back-to-back hits for the Scarlet Knights turned Braves in the summer. And Bourne has the first 2 men on with nobody out in the inning, and Ryan Nino's on his way to the dish.
Yeah, broken bat, but able to get just enough on it to get in the left field. And like it seemed like such a common occurrence today, Cats have to work out of another jam.
Something funny you want to share with the class?
Check your phone.
Shall you share live? Tell the people.
I have no issue if you share it live, Tim.
Huh?
Share it live.
We'll see.
You can't leave us hanging like that. I don't even know what it is.
Meyer ready for Enos. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Shows bunt. Missed it that time. Did show. Called for a strike, 0-1. See, now I have people on my side as well. Cape League intern Josh Schwam as well.
Doesn't matter who's on your side. None of you ever watched me throw before.
It's always about who's on my side. Building my network. Okay?
Sure.
I think Jake can do it. I'll side with him.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I got someone on my side now.
I want my gummy bears back.
Oh, no.
Enos already a home run on the day. 2-run shot gave Bourne the lead back in the second. 3 looks to second. The pitch. Front door breaking ball too far inside. 2-0. Or 1-1.
All the gummy bears that she gives us, and you're complaining that you want your gummy bears back.
I bring gummy bears yesterday. I try to be a nice
And
person.
she's brought us gummy bears like the last 3 days.
And then she switches sides.
well, she's
I
on my
am
side.
equal for both of you. My partner's in the booth.
Enos on the day. Reached twice. Talked about that 2-run homer back in the second. Came off of Joyce. Walked his last time up. 1-1. Shows bunt pulls back again. Breaking ball just misses inside. Wonder if the presentation went into that call. 2-1.
Not a bad pitch from Meyer. Maybe a little bit inside on the plate. Certainly got a chance to be called a strike.
Meyer looking to work around 2 leadoff base runners, 4-0 game here. Time called, third base umpire and Mark Delaney pointing at the mound, maybe a balk warning to Max Meyer. Time called as Zeno steps out.
I think the umpire pointing at Meyer saying he called time. Meyer looked back like, I don't think I did.
2-1 home. Shows bunt pulls back, misses away again. Now a hitter's count for Eno 3-1. Meyer in danger of putting the bases loaded to start the inning. Brito stands on second after a leadoff walk. Kuroda Grauer stands on first after a single following Brito. Now Enos edges closer in the box with the count 3-1. Bourne 4-0 over Cotuit. The pitch. Enos lines with the left side. That gets down for a hit in front of Trice. Brito gets the wave from third. He will come in to score. Ball is cut off by Ketchup at third. Brito coming in to Tom Ryberg, but dances his way out of the way. It's another RBI for Bourne, this time from Ryan Enos, his third of the game, and it's 5-0 Braves.
I mean, it's simple. Not throwing strikes, forced to come over too much at the plate, give them something to hit, and they're going to make you pay for it. That's been really the story all day. There was a conversation amongst the umpires. Not entirely sure what the conversation could be about.
Maybe it's in reference to back with Meyer and what the conversation was. Third base umpire Mark Delaney's going to chat with Tommy Troy on his way back to position. Nothing assessed afterwards by the crew, so maybe just a brief clarification on something else. But the third RBI of the day for Ryan Enos makes the score 5-0 in favor of the Braves. As Josh Moylan steps back to the plate, Singleton scored his last time up. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Meyer ready, a look to second. Long pause, deals home. Moylan bunts it down the third base line. It's foul. Rolls back towards the Cotuit dugout, 0-1. Bourne offense has been productive since the second inning. All 5 runs coming across since then. They've scored in every inning since the second. Meyer looking to limit the damage here in the top of the 5th inning. Hardy 5 across. The pitch. Breaking ball called on the outside corner. Good spot for Meyer, 0-2. Right-hander out of Stanford. Sidewinder out of the bullpen for Mike Roberts. Some room to work for Moylan on the left side. But Troy pinching the bag up the middle. Harlan playing him to pull at second. Right-hander ready from the belt. A look in the pitch. Fastball just misses off the outside corner. Good spot from Meyer in that count, but doesn't get the call 1-2. Meyer looking to get the first out and start to work his way back here this inning. Taps himself to a set. The 1-2. Breaking ball just misses again. Tom Ryberg said that one missed away. Evens the count at 2.
Certainly as close can be, but as you can say, just a little bit off. See if Meyer can still dot up a fastball in the outer half.
Meyer finds a sign from Loma Vida. Comes ready. A look to second, now 2. Count 2-2, the pitch. Cut on and missed. Finally gets the strikeout of Moylan. Stays on that outer half of the plate. It's the first strikeout for Meyer since entering the game. There's 1 down. Men on first and second. 5-0 Bourne. Brings Nelson Taylor back to the plate his 3rd time through. 0 for 2 on the scorecard. Did reach based on a fielder's choices last time up when Trotter Harlan cut down a run in Ryan Enos trying to score with the infield in. That came back in the 4th inning. Takes back in from the left side. Meyer, that cross leg set. The pitch. Fastball misses away. Lomavita backhands it down in the zone, 1-0. Another left-hander up for Bourne, so the Cotuit defensive alignment on the infield remains the same. As shadows start to creep their way over the third base bag on the left side of the infield here at Lowell Park. Meyer ready, deals. Pitch line to the right side, past the diving Charter Harlan into right field for a base hit. Getting a hard stop at third, then hesitated. He still comes in to score as the ball went into Tommy Troy. Max Meyer shaking his head as he goes back to the mound, but it's another run across as Kuroda Grauer comes in to score, and it's 6-0 Bourne.
Yeah, that's one where Park throws the cutoff man. I don't think Troy saw the run around third because Kuroda Grauer got the stop sign at third, but he ran right through it. Throw goes the cutoff man. If Troy sees that earlier, probably get a play at the plate, but nonetheless, a 6-run scores.
Third hit of the inning for Bourne, and the fifth man to reach. Brings the bottom of the lineup and Alan Espinal to the plate, right on right, the pitch. Lines that one on the right side. That gets through into right field for a base hit. Park comes up throwing. The throw to the plate is going to be late to the right side. And the fourth hit of the inning leads to another run. It's 7-0 Bourne, this time by way of Alan Espinal.
And another good piece of hitting. Finds a hole on the right side, able to squeak it through for a base hit. And now Bourne just piling it on tonight against the Cats.
Runners on first and third. That time Taylor with a good read on the throw to the plate by Park. Advances up another base. Now runners on the corners with still just one out in the inning. And brings John Peck back to the plate. Pinch hit for Evelyn his last time up after entering the game previously as a defensive replacement. So he continues to hit in the first spot of the order. Drove in a run with the sacrifice fly to center his last time up. Catch up in on the grass at third. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed, 0-1. Troy and Harlan pinching up the middle in double play depth for all the tap in this inning. Something on the ground could get Cotuit out of the inning to try and limit the damage. Again, already 3 runs across. First 3 men who reached all come around to score for Bourne. Meyer to a set, the 0-1. Breaking ball to the left side, catch up has it. Shuffles, throws to second for 1, back over to first, and it's in time for a 5-4-3 double play, and it does get Cotuit out of the inning in the 5th. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors in the inning, and 1 runner left on base. We're going to keep it here in the middle of the 5th inning. And for a season that we talked so much about the history of baseball here in the 75th season of Cotuit, have to talk about the passing of one of baseball's most historic figures. Last night we lost an icon in our game that narrated the beauty of baseball for over 6 decades. Legendary Dodgers broadcaster Vin Scully passed away at the age of 94. And while the sadness of Vin's passing can be felt around the game at every level, we should appreciate the value of his life and his impact on baseball. He just always described himself as a little redheaded kid from New York who happened to have a dream of broadcasting baseball. Well, it's safe to say that that dream became more than just a reality. From his introduction to the radio waves across the country in the 1950s to his final season with the Dodgers in 2016, Scully enchanted listeners with a rare ability to transport them to the ballpark night in and night out through transistor radios and television screens with vivid description. Whether he was encapsulating the momentum of every pitch to sharing fascinating stories on a random night throughout the course of the summer, he was one of the greatest storytellers who ever lived and certainly made his impact on booths around Major League Baseball. His calls connected generations, from Hank Aaron becoming the home run king to the infamous trot around the bases from Kirk Gibson after a walk-off home run in the 1988 World Series. And for people around the game and for people like us who put this headset on every day, Vin Scully represents the standard of what we do and really the standard of the art of storytelling. And the baseball community will forever embrace his role in history. And we all owe a debt of gratitude to the greatest baseball announcer to ever live. So now to Mr. Scully, as it's our turn to wish you a very pleasant good afternoon wherever you may be. We will remember you always. May you rest in peace and know that your legacy, your voice, and your memories will live on forever in this glorious game and beyond. Back in a moment on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers.
Bottom five from Lowell Park and a new pitcher in for Bourne. After 4 innings from the left-hander Rob Adams. First pitch in Trotter Harlan. Fouled back to the screen. Count goes to 0-1. 7-0 Bourne leads here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A win for Bourne locks up back-to-back President's trophies after taking home the top spot in the CCBL a year ago as well. 0-1 to Harlan. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high that time. Count goes to 1-1. Right-hander Justin Balins out of Mainorano, native of Lynbrook, New York. Senior right-hander, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. Deals from the letters. 1-1 finds the outside corner. Count goes to 1-2.
And just to build off what you said, Tim, so eloquently put. About one of the, one of the best to ever do it. The best to ever do it, baseball-wise, and nobody will ever rise to that level.
1-2. Harlan fouls one back to the screen. Count goes to 1-2.
67 years in the booth. It's unheard of. 67 years. I saw a stat that said Vin Scully worked in baseball for 45% of MLB's existence. That's the impact that Vin Scully had on the sport of baseball.
1-2. Way upstairs. A leaping Espinal up to get that one. Count goes to 2-2.
And look, you said it. For people like yourself, me, Riley, Jenna, everyone else that aspires to be in front of a microphone, put on a headset, his ability to storytell and call a game so well, we aspire to be that, or as close to that as we possibly can.
2-2 to Harlan. Popped foul, first base side. We'll do it again.
Yeah, exactly what both of you said, Tim. Just very beautifully put. The legacy of Vin Scully and all that he was to the game of baseball. Really, for a lot of people, the voice of baseball. Such an icon that I've always looked up to, and truly just made the game so magical, the way that he was able to tell stories and really enhance the stories of the players that he covered. They mentioned in his tribute that he was the heartbeat of the Dodgers, and I think that totally encapsulates the legacy that he had and the impact that he had for the game. Truly, truly one of the best to ever do it.
2-2 pitch catches Harlan looking, first strikeout of the night for Balins. There's one down in the 5th inning, brings Eddie Park to the plate. And one special thing that's been really fascinating to watch in memoriam on social media in the hour since we learned of Vin's passing late last night have just been all the stories that have come in about his willingness to help so many young broadcasters. Eddie Park steps to the plate and field back the pitch. Fastball misses away, ball 1. And the stories of how many people he helped and how many wonderful stories he used to share on air. A couple that went around today were talking about Madison Bumgardner and his wife during spring training fighting off rattlesnakes, to Johnny Gomes surviving a wolf attack. 1-0 misses away, 2-0. And there was never a topic that he didn't get to over the course of 67 years. Was a voice that many across the nation fell asleep listening to at night, particularly on the East Coast with Dodgers games starting around the 10 o'clock hour. 2-0 to Park. Fastball just misses away. Espinal a little hesitant to send the ball back. Count goes to 3-0.
And of the tributes and stories that have came out so far, one of my favorites was Joe Davis, who succeeded Scully in the Dodger broadcast booth when he got hired for the job.
3-0 misses away to Park. It's a 4-pitch walk. 1 on, 1 out in the inning. Ignaffo up.
Vin Scully called him a couple of times to congratulate him, but Joe Davis didn't have Vin Scully's number saved in his phone. So we let both calls go to voicemail, and I believe Scully sent the voicemail, well, I guess we started your career off 0 for 2 with the Dodgers, and that's the kind of person that, Vin Scully is.
They say baseball works in weird ways sometimes, and for everyone to get the news during a Dodgers-Giants game, obviously a historic rivalry from the time on the West Coast to obviously the days with both teams right in the heart of New York City. First pitch to Ignaffo. Breaking ball line back up the middle. It's right over to Shaw. Catches that one at the letters, and Park retreats back to first for the second out of the inning. And that matchup out in San Francisco taking place in the same park where Vin Scully called his final game back on October 2nd, 2016. And he said October 2nd was always a special day to him because it was all the way back in 1936 that happened to be walking down the streets of New York and saw the box score of one of the early games of the World Series that season, and said from there his passion for the game was born, and 80 years later called this final game of the most illustrious career by any baseball broadcaster we have seen and will continue to see as Bradfield takes a pitch low, ball one. What a full life for Vin Scully, 94 years. Voice of the Dodgers and the voice of baseball and beyond. Check on Park, back in plenty of time.
And I saw another thing that said one of Vin Scully's first game came against a Connie Mack-led team, and those are two guys who have been instrumental in baseball. I believe it was 24 years.
Park goes, pitches outside, the throw down to second is in time to get Park. Caught stealing that time by Espinal, and it brings an end to the bottom of the fifth inning in the Cotuit half. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll continue sharing our memories of Vin Scully when we're back in the top of the sixth inning. Bourne with a 7-0 lead over Cotuit on the Kettleers
Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit.
Top of the sixth inning from Lowell Park, 7-0 Bourne leads over Cotuit. Here in the regular season finale, 2-3-4 due up for Bourne against a new right-hander in Ethan Mishra out of VCU. From the windup, the first pitch. That one misses outside off the glove of Lomavita. 1-0 the count. Mishra features the fastball slider combination primarily. Mixes in the occasional split-fingered fastball as well. Left side playing the pull. Shaw takes the fastball upstairs 2-0. Bourne with a touchdown lead here in the sixth inning, looking to wrap up a win that would deliver the second straight President's Trophy back to Bourne. The pitch. Big cut from Shaw. That time went down to a knee. Came up empty, 2-1.
And Mishra, a guy who didn't pitch this past year at VCU, but had a very strong season in the Cal Ripken League this past year.
Count goes to 3-1 against Matt Shaw. Kettleers bullpen looking to post a scoreless inning here. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. 5-pitch walk to Matt Shaw to begin the inning. And for the 6th time today in as many innings, Bourne has the leadoff man on. As it brings Mac Horvath back to the plate with a man on first, nobody out. Bourne 7, Cotuit 0.
We'll see what Mishra's usage looks like in the postseason, but at an 0.69 ERA, over 26 innings pitched for Silver Spring Tacoma in the Cal Ripken League down in the Maryland, Virginia area.
Right on right matchup brings Mishra to the stretch for the first time. Slide step pitch. Breaking ball line in the center field. Bradfield started in, now moving back over his shoulder towards the fence. Opened back up to make a nice running catch. Shaw retreats back to first. Horvath gave it a ride, Jake, but good adjustment with the footwork from Bradfield back there to make the catch.
Yeah, it's his best asset. His best asset is his speed. English can be hard sometimes, and no, they say, Bradfield's certainly fast enough to track down a ball out there.
Brings Chris Brito back to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. 7-0 Bourne. Trotter Harlan starting to pinch towards the second base bag for a potential double play ball. Gets to spun a couple today. Mishra pauses. Here's the first pitch. Misses down and away from Brito. Count goes to 1-0. Again, throughout the course of the regular season, appreciate all that have tuned in the Kettleers Digital Network. And obviously we know it's lots of parents watching their children play here in the Cape League. 1 out. Brito takes a strike at the knees. Count goes to 1-1. We've also had some international viewership. Had some fans check in with us from Belgium, now from Italy today. I want to give a shout out to Uncle Richard and a huge group of Kettleers fans over across the Atlantic. You sure ready? The 1-1. Misses away from Brito. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike.
Cats are going worldwide. Did any of you fans of Big Time Rush growing up?
Yes.
Riley, please say yes.
No.
Do you want to? Are you saying you want to recreate that scene, Jake?
The worldwides, where
Yeah.
they're in the airport.
Is that going to be us when you leave?
I think it might be.
2 balls and a strike. Mishra delivers. Breaking ball cut on and missed. Good off-speed selection there from the right-hander. Count goes to 2-2.
Can you paint the picture for us who haven't seen it? What's the scene?
So, Kendall, one of the main characters' girlfriends, Joe, is leaving to go overseas. I believe she's
an acting job.
An acting job overseas. I'll continue after this pitch.
Mishra ready? The 2-2. Breaking ball got him again. Doubles up on that slider to Brito. Gets a strikeout second time today for the Bourne DH. First of the night for Mishra. 1 on, 1 now 2 down in the inning. Back-to-back outs recorded after the leadoff walk to Shaw brings Kuroda Grauer to the plate.
And after she goes through security, I believe, like Kendall and Big Time Rush is singing a song called Worldwide, like I'll Be Thinking About You Worldwide, in the airport, and that's where the music video takes place. As you can see, I have YouTube already pulled off my computer for between innings.
Right on right, the pitch. Missed inside that time, 1-0 the count.
Would
You
you
got
guys
a
like to
big
sing
bubble
it?
right in front of the home plate camera. It actually just popped.
A bubble?
Massive bubble. Like, we're talking the size of a soccer ball.
Really?
Is
gone-
it
it's
the
gone
dirty
now.
bubble?
What is that?
I figured that was coming.
I've had enough.
I think one of your college courses needs to be like Nickelodeon literacy when you go
What
back.
did you watch growing up? Did you
Not
watch like
that.
the news?
1-0. Popped over the press box. Lomavita gives it a look, but it's out of play. 1-1.
Yeah,
Riley,
I
what's
watched
your
the
favorite
news.
TV show?
That's why I'm here.
Nightly
Shoe?
news. Shoe.
My favorite TV show is, I'm trying to think. I like movies. I watch a lot of movies. TV show wise, I'm with Law and Order. I like that.
You're
kind of
watching
thing.
Law and Order when you're like 8 years old?
No.
That's what we were
Like
asking.
more like dance shows.
Dance Moms?
No, yeah, I did watch some Dance Moms back in the day. So You Think You Can Dance was another one.
1-1. Popped high to left center field. Trice moving over. He calls for it. Bradfield ranging over as well. It's Trice who makes the catch. And that brings the top of the 6th inning to a close. Good job by Ethan Mishra. Walks around a leadoff walk. Gets the next 3 in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Bottom 6 coming up after the break. Bourne leads 7-0 on the Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Bottom 6 from Lowell Park and a new right-hander on for Bourne. Third arm of the day for Scott Landers, and it's the right-hander Sean Culkin out of James Madison during the spring season. 2-2 with a 4.96 ERA across 32 2/3 innings of work, 14 punch-outs to 7 walks, a 3.45 ERA, and a 3-2 record since throwing on the Braves uniform. Gets the 8-9-1 spots due up in Bradfield, catch up in Troy for the Cats in the bottom of the inning. Kettleers offense looking to start to chip away, facing a 7-run deficit with 12 outs to play with as Bradfield steps to the plate. So Riley got a little introduction to Big Time Rush in between innings. Jake and I put on a wonderful concert for you.
We really did.
We killed that, man.
Don't you ever think that you're a better singer when you're singing along with a song? Because like it just sounds better.
And then you pause it and it's like, oh,
and then
boy.
you keep singing like, oh, wait, no. This is why I should stick to this broadcasting thing.
It's good, though. Some of my professors at Hofstra, in terms of play-by-play, they make us listen to music to learn tone and how to change your octaves and stuff. First pitch to Bradfield. Fastball called for a strike at the letters 0-1.
Let's do some Kettleers karaoke.
What did you say your karaoke go-tos were?
I want to dance with somebody or something like that.
Somebody.
0-1. Bat flies on the foul ball all the way down towards the first base coach's box. Everyone all right. Count goes to 0-2.
Are you dancing, Jake?
Yeah, I'm singing the song in my head.
I will forever. I do pretty proudly believe that Whitney Houston is the best female vocalist of all time.
She's fantastic.
And I don't think it's relatively close.
I don't know if I can hit the notes at all anywhere near that, but
I don't know if anybody can.
no.
That's not just for the spoof. That's in general.
It's true. What about you? What was yours again?
I don't know. I could go with a lot of different directions. It depends on the time of year. I'm a very seasonal music man.
So, like, what's seasonal music? Do you sing, like, Christmas songs in, like,
In
December and then, like, everything else every other time of year? Like, what's a summer song?
What's a spring song?
I don't know what. I'm very adjusting to country in the summer. I think baseball, summertime, and country music go well together. 0-2 to Bradfield. Spoils that one foul down the left field line. Drops in away from Enos. Count goes still at 0-2.
How about Justin Bieber?
Certain songs.
Love Yourself?
I'm not going to be here and be like, oh, can't get into them. No, I'll show some love to the Beebs.
Well, it was like 5th grade. Maybe it was like, oh no, I can't like Justin
Well, it was like
Bieber.
you had to.
I'm almost 23 years old. Who
I mean,
cares?
It was like this thing. Like you had to, have beef with them. I'm like, nah, man.
I had to have beef with him. I just said I'm almost 23. Yeah, that sounds weird.
You were old.
I'm an old
Deal with
man.
it. Bradfield battling behind in the count. The 0-2 again. Check swing. Sign was called.
Saying he tipped it. Foul ball.
Looks like maybe Espinal didn't get a clean handle on it behind the plate, so the count remains 0-2. Culkin looking to retire his first batter. Bradfield looking to find his way on. 0-2 again. Misses away, 1-2.
What about you, Jake? What's yours?
Wagon wheel. Don't stop believing. Didn't we have this conversation in chat?
We did.
I forget them though.
You forget.
I forgot.
That could have been 7 summers ago.
44 games later.
This was like no, but it wasn't opening night.
1-2. Bradfield pops one into shallow right field. Horvath coming on. He makes the catch in the gap. After the long battle, Culkin retires Bradfield for the first out of the inning. Brings Caleb Ketchup to the plate with 1 out in the inning. Nobody on. Bourne 7, Cotuit 0, and Ketchup flew out to left center his first time up. Gave it a ride towards the scoreboard, but just kept it in the park. He's been a bat that's been heating up to the pull side. Flurry of line drives today in batting practice, and obviously we've talked at length about his defense in the last few games. First pitch. Fastball paints the zone 0-1.
No, it was the Chatham game that we were most recently there, Riley.
Okay, well, short-term memory then.
To be fair, I need a refresher too.
Yeah, wagon wheel. Don't stop believing.
0-1 to catch up. Misses down and away. 1-1.
I've done Love Story by Taylor Swift before.
Oh, okay, now I remember.
Now-
Yes,
now-
the T Swift threw me off.
Are
and
the
now,
wheels turning now?
yep, the wagon wheel is turning.
1-1 the pitch. Front door breaking ball just misses inside.
I had such a delayed
2-1.
reaction to what
Thanks
Riley
for
said.
laughing.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Oh,
She
thanks.
goes,
Well,
the
you didn't
wagon-
laugh.
She goes, the
Huh?
wagon
Well,
wheel is
I
turning.
kind of had
and
a
it
job to do.
Took me a
so
second.
Still.
Someone's got to maintain some authority in this booth. So
Thanks, Tim.
the 2-1 to catch up. Try to double up with the front door breaking ball. Misses inside again. Hitters count to catch up 3-1.
I'll have some authority and take you out of this booth.
Yeah? I would love to see you
Can
try.
somebody take him out of this booth?
Catch up ready to 3-1. Swings through that one. Locked him up inside. Count runs full to the 9-man catch up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out in the inning. Top of the order, Tommy Troy. 2 up on deck.
I know you'll like this, Tim. I feel like Bruno Mars would have some good karaoke songs.
I love Bruno Mars. He's in my top 5 of my favorite artists. The 3-2 pitch. Catch up, chops one over the left side. Shaw goes to the backhand, and it's underneath the glove. Into left field for a base hit. See if that one will be ruled a hit or an error. It has been a generous scoring system today. So keep an eye on the left field scoreboard as Ketchup reaches with 1 on in the inning, and that one's ruled an error.
So the Loma Vita one, which was definitely a more both of those should have been errors. Loma Vita one and that one. But Loma Vita one was ruled a hit, that one ruled an error? I don't know.
I still believe the Bruno Mars halftime show at Super Bowl 48 in New Jersey still remains underrated among that category.
Well, the issue is the game was such a,
blowout.
Yeah, clunker that
Clunker.
big words. Because what, the Broncos won 43-8? No, the Broncos lost 43-8.
Tommy Troy with the defense in the outfield heavily shifting him to pull. Just peeled down to first on the check swing. He went, says first base umpire Rick Antonio. Count goes to 0-1. You see the center fielder Taylor a few steps into the gap. Back towards that left center wall. And the right fielder Horvath way ranging over towards center field. The pitch to Troy. 0-1 breaking ball called for a strike at the knees. Jumps ahead 0-2. Ketchup stands on first with 1 out in the inning. Troy, a couple of outs on the infield today in his 3rd time at bat. The 0-2. Troy lines on the left side. Shaw has it on a hop, goes to second for 1. Back over to first. Not in time to double up Troy. It's a 6-4 fielder's choice. Troy remains on base with 2 outs in the inning and Loma Vita due up.
Good defensive play by Shaw, who, I mean, look, I couldn't say enough good things about Matt Shaw. Offensively, defensively, I mean, only 2 errors on the season, so he's doing it on both sides of the diamond. And as I said, Shaw's someone who, if I had a vote for MVP, obviously I don't, Shaw's probably my number one. Mitch Jeff's probably up there as well. So, I mean, Tommy Troy's another candidate too. But Matt Shaw has had a terrific season. I can't wait to see what he does when he goes back to College Park, except when he plays Penn State.
Lomavita stands in, 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a pitch low for ball 1. What do you have to do to get on the selection committee in the Big Ten in terms of all-conference voting? So we had student voters in the CAA.
No idea.
They got to choose for the preseason poll. The 1-0 to Lomavita. Chops that one down the third base line. Fielded foul by Peck. Count goes to 1-1. What do you have to do for the CCBL? We'll have to poke around on that the next few days.
Well, I heard that it wasn't out of the question for us to become board members in Cotuit. Just have to attend a couple meetings and we can be more board members.
That offer was on the table. The more that certain members think about it, they may start to refrain from actually extending that offer.
I'd be a great board member.
Do you think so?
1-1. Fastball misses away. Lomavita in a fastball count 2-1.
One meeting a month, we
That's
heard.
doable.
It's not a huge commitment.
No, that's fantastic. Keeps you connected to the village all year long. Shall we do it? Do you all three want to be on the board when we're done?
Yes.
I don't know if people can listen to me anymore. 2-1. Lomavita chops it to the left side. Peck has it, goes the short route to second, and it forces Lomavita at the bag. 5-4 the putout to retire the side in the 6th. For Cotuit, no runs on no hits, 1 error committed by Bourne, and a man left. Before we head to the top, we'll throw it back down to the sidelines with our own Jenna Meyer. Jenna?
Thanks so much, Tim. In addition to all of the events that we have already had so far today, one more event tonight, and that is Youth Night and Fan Appreciation. Here in Cotuit, we have such a great community supporting our team, players, and interns, and we want to say thank you with hot dogs, ice cream, and s'mores tonight, as well as autographs from our players and a bonfire and some games. We hope you can make it. Back to you, Tim.
Jenna, thanks so much. Top 7 coming up in just a moment. 7-0 Bourne leads on the Kettleers.
Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers.
Ethan Mishra back to the mound. Top 7 here from Lowell Park. 7-0 the score. Bourne leads in the regular season finale. And it's 6-7-8 due up. And Enos, Moylan, and Taylor for Bourne. Ethan Mishra back to the hill for a second inning of work. Starts from the windup. First pitch. Cut on and missed. That one fell off the table on 1. We're on to freeze pop number 2 of the day. Getting a little crazy up here. Corners in. Delaney in. Catch up just a step off the infield grass. The pitch. Fastball pans on the outside corner. Good spot. And a good start from Mishra in the inning. Count goes to 0-2. Getting away from Jenna Meyer. Oh, apparently it's Will Thompson. 0-2, just misses away. Count goes to 1-2. You saying Jenna's not showing any love to the booth?
Yeah, correct.
Gonna have to talk about that post game. I thought there was chemistry in this media team. 1-2, pop to left field. Trice started in the gap, moving over, ranging towards the line. That one gets down. It's in for a hit. Enos about to pull into second. Ball in, and not in time. Another extra base hit for Enos on the day. His 3rd hit of the game. Puts a runner on second to start the 7th inning with nobody out. Josh Moreland due up. So, Jake, Ryan Enos continues to stay hot today. He's been on base all 4 times.
Yeah, just a triple shy of the cycle as well. Wouldn't be the first cycle that Bourne has this year, July the 17th. Who else but Matt Shaw had a cycle against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, which is looking increasingly likely that will be the team that we see here tomorrow. A lot can still change over 9 outs, but just a hunch.
That's what we'll look at if the results hold. Mishra looked to second. The pitch. Moylan drives on the left field, sending Trice back, still ranging back towards the fence. Ranges over and makes the catch. Tagging and heading to third is Enos. The throw is wide. So 90 feet closer for Enos on the fly out from Moylan to left field. 1 out in the inning, and Nelson Taylor due up. So if results hold and Bourne does indeed take the President's Trophy for the 2nd straight year, Braves would host the Falmouth Commodores starting in Game 1 tomorrow from Dorn Park. And it would be the Hyannis Harbor Hawks making the trip to Cotuit to kick off Game 1 of a best-of-3 Western semifinals. The winner would advance to the West Finals, and then from there, the representative of the division in the CCBL Championship Series. Right on left, the pitch. Taylor takes up and away, ball 1.
And look, if you're getting ready to preview the playoffs, I wouldn't really take much stock in today's game at all. If you're looking at this Kets team, I mean, they have their way their rotation is set up. I think really favors the Kets going into this, rest of the week.
Pitch misses inside to Taylor. Count goes to 2-0. Count 2-0 to Mishra, man on third. Skies out in a shallow right field, sends Park ranging back to the gap. Fighting the sun, ranges over, makes the catch. Will be plenty deep enough to score. Enos, he tags and scores from third. And Bourne converts on the 2-point conversion, 8-0.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Got Eddie Park moving back. Not really much you can do when all your momentum's going that way. But, yeah, 2-point conversion's good. No, I was elaborating on it because I liked what you said.
No, I'm telling you to pull your mic up.
Oh, I thought you were mad that I said 2-point conversion.
No, I wanted people to be able to hear you talk.
I mean,
actually, maybe I didn't. Ground ball to the left side, past the diving catch up. Troy has the hold. A long throw across. Not in time. It was a close play. Credit to Troy for the hustle to his right, but Espinal legs that one out for an infield hit. Sends the inning back to the top with Peck and 2 down.
Yeah, good covering from Troy there, just right behind Ketchup, not able to make the grab. He laid out on that one. Troy right behind him to get the ball and attempt for the second put out, but again, just great range from him at shortstop and a great play there.
Peckson's taking over for Eblin at third base. Sack fly to drive and run in the 4th, grounded into an inning-ending double play. Back in the 5th inning. Man on first, 2 down, 8-0 the Bourne lead. The pitch. Finds the zone down and away, 0-1.
So on the topic of 2-point conversions and stuff, you guys ever heard of an ice tutty?
A what?
7 goals scored in a hockey game?
No.
An ice tutty, ice touchdown.
Tutty.
Tutty.
Okay.
Makes sense, actually.
Thank you. Well, it's not my idea.
I'm sure it wasn't. The 0-1. Line drive right to Trotter Harlan, the slightest of a little bit of a leap. Comes down with that one and makes the catch to retire the side. For Bourne in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors committed by Cotuit, and a man left in the inning. We'll stretch from Lowell Park, 8-0. Bourne leads here in the 7th inning here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Back here from Lowell Park, top of the 7th, bottom of the 7th inning. Cats still trail by 8 runs. Looking to bounce back here. A lot of work to be done in this inning with a lot on the line as the Cats look to take the first place spot moving into the playoffs against Bourne. Riley Pate, Tim Crowley, and Jake Starr up here in the booth. Jenna Meyer, our sideline reporter, down near the field. Leading off for the Kettleers, number 14, Carter Trice, out of NC State, will make his way to the box.
Carter Trice, the latest man to sit down for an interview. He said he was happy, had some fun with that one a couple days ago.
He said he had fun?
No.
Oh, okay.
He actually did.
Oh, good.
I'm serious. Talked to him pregame today, entering the final game of the regular season. Power starting to come around as of late for Trice as well. 5 homers on the year. First pitch chopped foul, 0-1.
Yeah, great interview with Carter Trice. Gave a lot of great answers. That one coming out in the next couple days. Sat down with him, talked about his transfer over to NC State from Old Dominion this past season. He'll make his way out to NC State in the fall. Talked about his time in Cotuit, making his way back for the 2nd season here.
0-1. Trice is a pitch away. Count goes to 1-1.
Talked about his family that's made their way up here throughout the summer as well. His nephew, one of those as well, coming up to Cotuit. Spoke with his dad on air in one of our broadcasts a couple weeks ago.
1-1 pitch. Trice on top of 1 foul again. Down the third baseline. Count goes to 1-2. It was a great conversation with Mike Trice a few weeks ago back here in the booth at home. Now Carter looking to make some contact and a 1-2 count to lead off the inning. 3-4-5, Trice, Galaney, and Harlan. Trio of righties to offer the Cats. The 1-2. Front door breaking ball, a little inside. Trice is off. The count goes to 1-2.
And then amongst some other things, talked about a couple nicknames that he has here as well in Cotuit. A great personality for the dugout in this lineup in his 2nd season, along with just the versatility that he's brought to the lineup, being a DH and outfield as well.
2-2. Skies one high down the left field side. Enos gives it a look, but it's off the netting. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Athletics trainer Rachel Jordan. Now it looks like Trice has been hitting this at bat with a bloody nose. You can see a couple of the stains on the left sleeve of his uniform. So we'll have a little bit of time here as Trice gets checked out. Looks like he's okay, just trying to clean up the blood just a little bit. So Espinal takes some time to head out to talk to Culkin out in his 2nd inning of relief.
Given the Nolan Ryan look with the blood on the jersey as well right here.
How was the documentary?
It was fantastic. You have to go watch if you haven't already. It was a great documentary. Shout out to Zoe Bates, our social media intern. Her mom, who was watching the broadcast the other day, found it for us, and we were able to watch that the other night. Great documentary about Nolan Ryan.
So Trice wipes a little bit more blood off the uniform. Athletic training staff retreats back to the third base dugout. As Trice readjusts the batting gloves. Counts 2-2 when play resumes. Bourne 8-2 nothing. Final game of the regular season here from Lowell Park, and playoff baseball returns to Cotuit. Game 1 tomorrow against either Hyannis or Falmouth. Culkin ready to go again from the set. The 2-2. Breaking ball sent Trice to the ground. Try to check swing to third. Not sure what that would do. You want to appeal to first base on a check swing with the right-hander up. See a little light conversation back and forth between Espinal and Some members of the Cotuit dugout, hey, you appeal to the wrong umpire. Having some fun in the regular season finale. Count runs full 3-2 to Trice. Looking to start the inning with the leadoff man on. Ryan Galani set to follow here in the 7th inning. Trice ready. Culkin ready. The 3-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. First strikeout since entering for Culkin. There's one down in the 7th, and Ryan Galani due up. Steps in from the right side. The gray batting gloves, white wrist tape, and that black ankle guard on the front foot. Played to pull with Taylor a few steps into center, into left center. Straight away. Right on right. Matched up the first pitch. Breaking ball. Called at the knees for strike 1. It's a longer trip than usual for Jake, but he's back.
Thanks. There was a beautiful
Did you
baby
get
golden
lost?
retriever down there.
He had to see the golden retriever.
That's fair. I know the puppy you're talking about, too. He's been out on the patio quite a bit. 1 breaking ball misses away. Count goes to 1-1. I think we had a long-lost relative of Airbud out in left field today as I was out for my pregame stroll. He had a baseball sitting in front of him. This was an unbelievably gifted athletic dog, and I'll tell you why in a moment. 1-1 the count. Back to the screen, count goes to 1-2. Never got this wonderful pup's name, but sitting with the ball in front of him, had the front paws out, and he flipped the ball up to himself with his front paws and tried to catch it in his mouth. It hit off the front, and then you had to go corral it, and then started rolling around trying to find the ball like he was fighting for a fumble. But love the ability to flip the ball up with the front paws. Almost made the catch.
That's more athletic than I am.
But somehow you can still throw 80.
Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
5 years ago when I played. I haven't played baseball in 5 years. Last time I played ball bat game was slow pitch softball, like the summer going into my sophomore year of college.
The 1-2. Galani fouls one back again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Jake, maybe in the final days of August in the Cape season, you need to take the advice of Cotuit manager Mike Roberts and just go play some wiffle ball.
I'd be down to play some wiffle ball. Do you have a wiffle ball and a wiffle ball bat?
I actually have a Kettleers wiffle ball bat.
You work at a sporting goods store.
I have a Kettleers wiffle ball bat. Well, really just a yellow wiffle ball bat with a Ket sticker on it. 1-2. Galani drives on the right field. Horvat stays stationary a couple steps back, and he makes the catch. Second out of the inning. First 2 retired by Culkin. Charter Harlan steps to the plate. 2 out, nobody on. 8-0 Bourne leads.
How about we just have Jake throw a bullpen? We'll get the gun out there and see what it's at now.
I think Caleb Lomavita would catch me.
Oh, absolutely. Calvin Harris, he would catch for you as well.
When I met him in the summer, I asked him if he could catch my bullpen.
What did he say?
He said, "I feel so close to you right now."
That's a weird response for a yes or no question. So Harlan digs in right side. First pitch fastball finds the zone 0-1.
Pitching a bullpen is a great way to get to know your catcher. Like pitcher-catcher relationships, they're important.
Really, throwing pitches to a catcher is a good way to improve that relationship?
Yes, it is.
Wow, crazy topic. The 0-1. Harlan takes a breaking ball away, called for a strike. Drops behind 0-2. Keep mocking me over there. Keep going. He's doing the chicken dance now without the song. Harlan down 0-2, looking for contact. The pitch. Too far outside from Culkin that time. Count goes to 1-2.
Well, speaking of Calvin Harris and the communication with his pitchers, I also got to sit down with him and ask him his thoughts on that and how he's transitioned into summer ball here on the Cape.
Harlan blues one in a shallow center field. That looks like that gets down for a hit. Harlan got the very edge of the end of the bat off that one, but sometimes that's all you need for a base knock. Finds his way on with 2 outs in the inning, and Eddie Park due up. We'll have a mound meeting and a signal to the Bourne bullpen. That's going to be the end of the day for Culkin. He got 5 outs. But Scotlander's right back to his bullpen. We'll see who the new arm is for Bourne on the other side. The breaking out the final line for Culkin. 2 outs, bottom 7. 8-0 Cotuit leads, or 8-0 Bourne leads on the Kettleers.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers.
taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
New arm, it's Cooper Smith, the left-hander for Bourne. Enters with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Left-hander out of Stetson. First pitch to Eddie Park. Misses low. Espinal keeps it in front. Ball 1. Final line for the right-hander Culkin. 1 2/3 innings. A hit, no runs, no walks, and a punch out. Park stands back in from the left side on the day so far. Reached base twice on a fielder's choice and a walk. Park lines him back up the middle. Just misses the pitcher. Shaw has it and takes it to the bag himself. Beats Trotter Harlan on the force out, and that brings the inning to a close. For the Cats, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. Head to the top of the 8th inning where Jake Starr has your play-by-play for the final time this regular season. 8-0 Bourne leads on the Kettleers digital.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers digital network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers digital network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Top of the 8th, 8-0 to score. Bourne has the lead. Braves will look to add more with 2-3-4 due up in the frame. Jake Starr, Tim Crowley, Riley Pay. You've heard from the 4th member of our team, Jenna Roberts. She'll have Coach Mike Roberts' thoughts post-game. Did I say Riley Pay?
No, you just said Jenna Roberts.
Max Kick up here in the booth.
It's the last day of the regular season. Jenna Meyer, joined by head coach Mike Roberts post-game. Not Mike Meyer.
And not Jenna
Mike
Roberts.
Myers was a reliever for the Red Sox in 2004. Subby lefty. He'd fit in here.
So now the pinch hitters come up. Nadir Lewis leads off. He pinch hits for Matt Shaw, who Shaw will finish today with 3 walks and an 0-for-1 outing. And I'll finish the year hitting just a tick below 363. 0-1. Bounces down for a ball 1-1. It's been a long summer, you know.
Yeah, I feel.
No feel.
No feel.
No feel from Jake.
So we'll see how many pinch hitters Scott Landers goes to off his bench. Down the stretch of this ball game, Mishra kicks and deals down low for a ball, 2-1. Sights certainly beginning to turn towards tomorrow. What is beginning to look increasingly likely, 2-1. In the air, foul, 2-2. That it'll be Ketts and Hyannis. A rivalry renewed for the best of 3 first-round series between the 2 and 3 seed. As long as Bourne holds on to win, it'll be the Braves and the Commodores. 2-2s on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Another strikeout from Ethan Mishra. His second. That'll bring Matt Horvath up to the plate. As long as Bourne holds on to win, they'll even the season series at 3 apiece. Win the Western Division crown, win the President's Trophy for the 2nd season in a row. Clinch home field in the postseason. First pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. But as we said, not really much stock you can take out of today's game because up here, yes, it's a big game. You would love to have the President's Trophy. Love to win the division. 1-1 count and for a called strike. But, look, I think the most important thing, Ketts didn't burn any of the, high leverage arms that they'll look to be using in the postseason. Schulke and Bruno both pitched a night ago. They're down today, 1-1. The knees for a called strike, 1-2. So they'll be available tomorrow. We'll see who gets the start, but Cotuit is in an excellent position with some of its best starters. Ben Johnson, Daniel Brooks, Harrison Cohen, even Joe Whitman after last night. Here's the 1-2, down low for a ball, 2-2. All kind of lined up to go. And those guys going, gotta like the catch chances against anybody, and especially the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Here's the 2-2 home. That one's in the air, hit well out towards left. Backing up at the track, at the wall, and that ball is long gone. Matt Horvath goes deep. It's a 9-0 ball game. Horvath's 6th home run of the summer. That'll make this a 9-0 ball game in the frame.
Second home run of the day out to that part of the park for Bourne, and that time Horvath jumped on that one for Mishra. Sent it a long way to extend the lead.
There also is a new left fielder in for the Cats. Sam Ruta is checked into the game for Carter Trice to play left. Haven't really seen Ruta anywhere but third so far. First pitch home to Chris Brito's on away for a ball, 1-0. Said it's Horvath's 6th home run of the summer. Batter Chris Brito, 9-0 ball game. Bourne, pretty good spot to win the Western Division, 1-0. That one's driven towards the left center field gap. It's down. It'll roll towards the wall. Bradfield looks to cut it off in center. Motoring to second goes Brito. He'll stop there. It's a 1-out double for Brito, his 2nd hit of the day. And Ethan Mishra getting hit around in the 8th inning.
League leader in doubles continues to do what he has all season, and this Bourne lineup can continue to hit for extra bases. Finds his way on once again in the 8th inning. 14th hit of the day for Bourne.
Just a day where the Braves bats have certainly been on. Ketts pitchers have really struggled. Definitely, this is not what this Ketts team is. Definitely very uncharacteristic, and it's one that you'll flush away after today, and sights will immediately turn towards tomorrow. Down and away for a ball to Kuroda Growler. Kuroda Growler 2 for 4 today, couple of runs scored. One. Now it's 1-1 after he swings and misses. Talk about manifesting one. 1 out, top 8, 9-0 to score. Runner on second base is Chris Brito. Brito doubled, as Tim said, league leader in doubles, up to 14 on the summer. Smothered in the dirt by Loma Vita, 2-1. Look, you turn the page of the postseason, and you look amongst this western side of the bracket. There's not many people I'd put up there against Mike Roberts when it comes to championship caliber coaching. Check this swing on 2-1. They'll say he went 2-2 to Kuroda Growler. Now, Mike Roberts knows what he's doing. Gave a lot of his arms the night off tonight. He's won 3 championships with the Cats. 2010, 2013, 2019. Counts full to Kuroda Growler. So he's done it before. And Coach Roberts certainly not unfamiliar to the spotlight. And it's definitely fair to say, I mean, Tim, you were here a year ago, but heading into the postseason, here's a 3-2. Down low ball 4. Grauer walks on base for the 3rd time tonight. It's a Cats team that definitely feels like it's in a better shape heading into the playoffs this year than it was a year ago.
Especially on the pitching side in terms of starting pitching. This is a group that's pretty well lined up for the first round, and if not more, in terms of last year. Just again, it was a talented staff, but a lot of guys hitting innings limits, getting shut down towards the end of the year. So it was tough to maintain that group heading into the postseason. And look, there were sparks that Cotuit looked like they had a chance to advance. Had a terrific game 1 at Bourne Park, but pitching staff struggled a bit later in the rest of the series, and it was Bourne that advanced out of the Western Division.
And the arms are most certainly there for this Cats team. This obviously be interesting to see. Now, there's a lot of baseball to be played. If you want to win the championship, you got to play anywhere between 6 games and 9 games. Like, it is not a short run to a championship. 0-1. Grounded towards third. Ketchup's got it. 2nd to 1. Harlan's relay to first is in time. That'll retire the side on a around the horn 5-4-3 double play to end the top of the 8th inning. A run in the inning on the home run from Matt Corvath. There were 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Braves. 9-0 Bourne leads. They're 6 outs away from a Western Division crown. We're back with the bottom of the 8th on the other side on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Here's Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit.
Bottom of the 8th, 6 outs to get for the Braves. That all is what stands between Bourne and their 2nd straight regular season crown in the West and their 2nd straight President's Trophy. 7-8-9 due up for the Cats. Ryan Ignafo leads things off for Cotuit, making his 2nd appearance with the Kettleers. First pitch. Curveball down low for a ball, 1-0. And a lot of credit has to go to the Bourne side. Team that had a terrific regular season last year. Follows the Brewster in the championship series. And then longtime manager Harvey Shapiro leaves, heads over the bridge to Wareham, a Gateman team that really struggled this year. 2-0 the count. Scott Landers comes in, fresh new face in Bourne. And it's a Bourne team that started slow. It took a while for this team to really get things going, but it's a team that really heated up down the stretch of the season. Counts 3-0. Bourne, with tonight's win, will be 8-1-1 over its last 10 contests. Team that will have won 3 in a row. The Bats struggled a couple of games here and there, but tonight they've certainly come alive. Counts 3-1. So, no, Scott Landers deserves a lot of credit for the turnaround this Bourne team has had. And, I mean, look, you would have looked back 2-3 weeks ago. Nobody had this Bourne team as a team that could win the President's Trophy. Nafa works a leadoff walk. First walk issued by Cooper Smith. Enrique Bradfield, the batter. But, look, it's all going to come down to experience. And if you're looking to a guy who's been there, done that before, it's Mike Roberts. He certainly knows what he's doing. So, like, today's contest doesn't mean anything. You throw that one out the window the minute the 9th inning is over, and you look ahead to tomorrow. I'm sure that's going to be his message. First pitch to Bradfield, slapped the other way towards left. Enos comes in a step towards his right. First out of the inning. Third flyout today for Bradfield, but Certainly better swings on the ball from him. A lot to the other direction, which Mike Roberts likes to see, even if they're outs. But no, Roberts has the experience. And it's going to be a 3-game set against Hyannis most likely, and it's going to be 1-2. Cats fortunately have the home field advantage for a Cotuit team this season that, if you include tonight, we're going to be 11-9-2 to finish off the year at home. Outside for a ball 1-0. 12-7-3 they finish on the road. So pretty even home road splits for this Cats team, but it's going to be a different atmosphere here tomorrow, certainly. There's going to be a different intensity down on the field for the ball game. 1-0 inside. Catch up backside of the wave at 2-0.
Well, that's the best way to describe it, too, is, there are people here that, for those that don't sit in the stands, their lawn chairs being set up here at 10 a.m. before Cotuit playoff games at Lowell Park. It's an unbelievable atmosphere, and excited for what tomorrow holds.
3-0 to catch up. And look, like, today, on paper, yes, it's a big game. But when you lose the off day, because this game was supposed to be on Monday, the strategy changes. You don't want to, you might not play all your best guys in the field. You might let some guys get some ABs that usually wouldn't. 3-0 in there for a called strike, 3-1. You might throw some Rs that, maybe don't throw in a game of this magnitude. But, if the Cats a top 2 seed, they'll be the 2 seed. And home field in the first round. Catch-up lines that towards right field, right to Horvath. He'll come in a couple of steps and make the catch. 2 outs for Tommy Troy, but not like you have what you want. You have home field, and look, it doesn't, it definitely matters home field, but a sport like if there's a sport where home field means the least, it's certainly baseball, I think, without a doubt. Like, obviously, football, even basketball, hockey, it's more important. But, there's a sport where the crowd, not saying the crowd doesn't have an impact on the game, but it's definitely baseball, especially at the summer level, where it doesn't matter where you're playing. If you can win, you can win. 1-0 to Troy. 2 outs, bottom 8, 9-0 Bourne leads. So, look, you got home field in the first round. You come out of the first round. You have to play Bourne again. Look, I'm willing to take my odds against the Braves in a 3-game series. 1-0, Troy underneath it. Hit in the air, shallow right. Back goes Kuroda Grauer. He'll make the catch. And that'll retire the side in the 8th. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and the Cats do strand 1. To the 9th we go. 9-0 the score. Bourne leads. Be back on the other side on the Kettleers Digital
Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Top of the 9th inning, 9-0 Bourne leads. Jalen Payton, the new pitcher and likely final arm of the day for the Cats. 6th appearance of the summer, 5th out of the bullpen. 6.35 ERA over 5 2/3 innings pitch. 6 runs allowed, 4 earned, 4 hits, 10 walks, 4 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .211 against the righty out of Georgia Southern. We'll get the bottom third of the lineup.
of the Bourne Braves. Josh Moreland will lead things off. Cats will have 3 outs to get when they come back to bat in the 9th inning. Well, we have time in the 9th inning. Look, obviously it's not the final game of the season. I think we're all very fortunate that here in Cotuit we get to play some, more baseball next couple of days and hopefully a week, swinging a miss 0-1. But, we'll thank people as the postseason goes along. Whenever the time comes where the season comes to an end, I'm sure there'll be a lot of thank yous to go around. But it's the last home regular season game, and look, there's a lot of people that go into, making the operations of this team happen day to day. Outside for a ball 1-1. You start from the top. Obviously, head coach Mike Roberts, his incredible group of assistants, Andrew Turner, Andrew Schreiner, Trey Holland, Daniel Wilkerson, our incredible athletic trainers, Rachel and Kayla. They do an incredible job. 1-1. Hit off the glove of Loma Vita, counts 2-1. Our GM scout intern, Will Thompson, Peter Flaherty, Director of Baseball Operations, along with the GM, Bruce Murphy, all do an incredible job building this roster and, changing with the times all summer long. Outside for a ball 3-1. And then obviously, board of directors and, with a couple of individual shout-outs we'll give as well. I'll start off with our media team, which is led by, the incredible trio of Leah Ridpath, Scott Hill, Glenn Ware. Without them, we're not in this situation as that one's flown towards center. Hit well, but Bradfield's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch in front of the scoreboard. First out of the inning. That'll bring Nelson Taylor up to the dish. So, but yeah, Leah, Scott, and Glenn, without them, none of this is possible. They're the captains who steer this ship. And then just, some shout-outs to our media team as well. Alyssa Rubin, she's also the captain of the ship, our wonderful senior media intern, our wonderful photographer back here for a second summer. Of course, hit on Will Thompson, Emmy Vitale, who wasn't here in person, but, a big thank you to her for helping get our graphics, off the ground this summer, and therefore call strike 0-1 to Taylor. Clara Richards, phenomenal writer. Just feature after feature from her. She has done a incredible job all summer long. Can't wait to see the content she's going to put out in the postseason. 0-1, lifted foul. Joe Pratt, another one of our incredible writers from Baylor University. Owen Zai's done a great job on the on the sidelines, a video all season long. Zoe Bates, our incredible social media coordinator who, before this summer has never done social media before. So for somebody who's never, tweeted for a team before, she has done an incredible job, an incredibly fast learner. Just super impressed with everything Zoe has done all summer long. Outside for a ball 1-2. Julia Cote, another one of our awesome videographers, comes way of NYU. Nola Gallagher. Helps out with community relations, helps out with social media as well. Here's the 1-2. Up and away for a ball 2-2. Cassie Baker kind of heads the graphics effort. She has done an incredible job. Another person who has just learned so fast. And, you look at her graphics, you would have no idea that she just started doing graphics this summer. Her future, incredibly bright. Wherever Cassie goes, 2-2. Hit in the air, well out towards right. Park going back, curls in towards the gap. So is Bradfield. He'll make the call on the catch. Out number 2. Then, of course, the two wonderful gentlemen who get the pleasure to have a front row seat to our, show every night, whether that's good or bad. Ryan Chambliss and Jimmy Middleton as well. Just incredible jobs by them. They steer the ship. This broadcast is not possible without the efforts of, Ryan and Jimmy as well. Even though Ryan goes to Ohio State, still a great guy. I'll cut him some slack there. And then, obviously, our game day crew. They do a great job as well. Aiden Nolte, Luca Feller, Hannah Hearn, Elliot Wolf. That's lifted to go out to play foul. Connor Papalo, Peyton Hogan, Ella Zeff, who, can't say enough good things about Ella Zeff, who just one of the hardest workers that I know, does great stuff back at school at Kansas, great stuff here with community relations as well. Alexandra Kasker, Abby Powell, Savannah Nowak, Jacob Simchick, Mikey Roberts, our whole game day crew. Incredible job. And, of course, last but not least, I figured I'd say this one for last, the incredible individuals that I have the opportunity to share the headset and share the airwaves with. Jenna Meyer, our wonderful sideline reporter. I'll give Tim a shout-out, Tim Crowley, who, I can't say enough good things about Tim. He was here a year ago. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Dribbled back up the middle. Troy's got it. Flips the first in time, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go down the brace. We'll keep things here before we move to the bottom of the 9th inning. Kets need 9 runs to come back. Seen crazier things before. Not sure if anyone saw the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders game the other night. They put up, what was it, Tim, like 11 in the last inning?
It's 10. They were down 9.
Down 9. But I will keep things here. But I mean, yeah, Tim. Somebody who, and as we said, we're still going to call games together for hopefully another 10 days. That would be very much ideal. But someone who was here a year ago. When I was hired back in September, I didn't know what to expect. And Tim's someone who, took me under his wing, showed me the ropes. I think we had multiple hour-long, multiple hour-long conversations from the very first time we talked about Eric Bruntlett and the 2008 Phillies. I remember we had a conversation, something about on Halloween weekend. I don't remember what we talked about, but I'm not here. I don't. No one on this broadcast team is here without, the efforts of Tim Crowley, somebody who, was here a year ago, did literally everything, and just really earned the opportunity to be up here in the booth. And I hope, Tim, you're proud of yourself for everything you've done so far this year. I owed a huge debt of gratitude to you as well. And, of course, Riley, someone who joined us this summer up here in the booth. And, you've never done play-by-play before this summer. And just the growth that you've had from day one, I don't remember when day one was, until today has been monumental. You would never know that Riley has never done play-by-play before. So, to our entire media team, obviously you two, it's been a pleasure sharing a booth with you all season long. Hope we get to do it at least a few more times here from Lowell Park throughout the rest of the regular season. Well, regular season's over, but throughout the rest of the postseason and on the road. New arm on the mounds, Nolan Sparks, lefty out of University of Rochester, D3 school up by Buffalo. But big thank you to everybody involved on our media team, game day operations, everybody who makes Cotuit what it is. And it's been, a pleasure to be here all summer long. And best of all, folks, we get to play some more baseball starting tomorrow. So I'll stop talking now.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well
you
done.
had a lot to get through.
I did.
It has been a fantastic summer. No better place to be for baseball in the summertime than Cape Cod. And it takes a village. You hear it all the time around Lowell Park. You hear it all the time around Cotuit, but it's so true that the operation of a game day at Lowell Park has so much that goes into it and so many collaborative people that want to create the best game day experience that ties in part with the brilliant baseball operations department that wants to put together the best product that they can on the field. So again, a big thank you to everyone around here. We'll have more thank yous that come throughout the course of the postseason that hopefully for the Kettleers doesn't have to come for a little bit longer. Hopefully August 13th ends with Cotuit hoisting a championship here at Lowell Park. But again, a huge thank you to everyone, production staff, game day operations, baseball operations, everybody that has some sort of role around Lowell Park. Can't thank you enough. And obviously to our media crew, blessed to be with you guys every day. Favorite part of my day is when the three of you and Jenna, Riley, and Jake walk into the booth and we get to get going on another broadcast. So won't go in too deep. We still have a lot of baseball to play, and there's still a lot of goals for this Kettleers team. Momentum taking this group into the playoffs for the second straight year post-pandemic. So let's see how the next couple of days go, and obviously plenty of energy to be had around Lowell Park tomorrow for Game 1.
Calvin Harris, the batter. First pitch to him, swing and a miss, 0-1. So it's 9-0, bottom of the 9th inning. Jake Starr, Tim Crowley, Riley Pay. You'll hear from Jenna Meyer. Said it right that time, post-game. Joined by manager Mike Roberts, gets his thoughts. But just 3 outs to go in the regular season. 44 games that is going in a blink of an eye. 0-2 the count to Calvin Harris. But, look, whatever happens for the first 44 games, that doesn't matter in about 10 minutes from now, Riley. It's full go the minute this game's over towards the postseason.
Yeah, so much on the line in this game, but also at the same time, really just a reset game as we head into tomorrow's game. Calvin Harris will be down on the strikeout for the first out of the inning, but a lot of momentum coming into the postseason, and exactly what you said, Jake. Not a ton on the line tonight specifically, still an opportunity to come back tomorrow, and that's really where the money's going to be, is in the postseason.
So down on strikes was Calvin Harris. Sam Ruda bats in the spot of Carter Trice. He came in a couple of innings ago to play left. Defensively also, John Peck's at short. Matt Shaw came out of the game. Ryan Enos moved to third. Nadir Lewis, who pinch hit for Shaw, he's out on left. 0-1 to Sam Ruda. And But yeah, postseason begins tomorrow, 4 o'clock first pitch. Coverage starts the pregame show at 3:45 on the Kettleers Digital Network. If you're in the area, definitely make your way out. If you're not, be sure to tune in. It should be an exciting postseason run. 0-1's in tight for a ball to the lefty, 1-1. And obviously, you know, huge props to Bourne. Still a couple outs away, but going to wrap up first place in the division when it really didn't seem likely that the Braves would be at the top. I mean, it was Cotuit Hyannis really all summer long, and Bourne kind of, you know, a late push down the stretch of the race. They're going to pass the catch just at the end and cross the finish line. Inside for a ball, 2-1. But as we said, none of it matters. There's 8 teams in the playoffs. All 8 teams can win. I mean, you look back at that 2019 Cotuit team. They're a team that, you know, they weren't the best team in the league. They're just a team that won. They were like, what, Tim? 1 or 2 games over 500, caught fire in the playoffs, and rode that to a championship. And therefore called strike 2-2. So we'll see what happens. Anything can happen as we wrap up the regular season. What started on June the 12th on an incredibly chilly evening. I still remember, like, I was shivering with multiple layers on, like trying to fill out my book by the end of that game.
With some rain as well?
Rain. It was a gloomy afternoon. Ruda fouls it back 2-2. And sometimes you think, oh, a gloomy afternoon, that's going to set the tone for the summer. In terms of weather-wise, it did not.
Not at all.
We had 2 rainouts all season. And the crazy thing was, both rainouts came, like, right before the game was scheduled to start. Like, we were here, we were ready to go. Both teams were here, and it got rained out. I remember where I worked last year, we had streaks of 3-4 rainouts in a row where the weather was so bad that by noon on the day of the game, they were like, nope, we're not playing. Here's the 2-2. That one's lace foul left side. Stays 2-2. So hopefully we get some more good weather in the postseason, especially these next couple of days. It'll be Hyannis here tomorrow, at Hyannis on Friday, likely a 6 o'clock start. No rain in the forecast, at least through the weekend. Now the Cats can escape the first round. It'll be the winner of Bourne and Falmouth in the second. Ruda hits that one in the air out towards left. In a couple steps comes Nadir Lewis. He'll make the catch. And the Braves are 1 out away from a President's Trophy for the 2nd year in a row. Josh Pearson will be the final hope for the Cats tonight. 2 outs, bottom 9, 9-0 to score. Just a game that the Cats really never had a shot in. The Braves struck early. The Braves struck often. 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh, 1 in the eighth to round out the scoring. And if you're in the area and you're thinking of sticking around or you're coming by, there is a fireworks display post-game, so certainly something you don't want to miss. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Pearson making his first appearance in July the 29th against Hyannis. 1 for 4 of the strikeout in that ball game. Nolan Sparks, the 5th batter of the day, looking to pitch a combined shutout for the Braves. Swinging a foul tip, 1-1. An impressive regular season and saw the Cats garner 23 wins, 51 points overall. Set to come to an end. Last time the Cats had 51 points, 2013. Cats won the championship that year in tight for a ball, 2-1. For Cotuit, they'll be making their 14th playoff appearance since the 2004 season. Only missed 4 times since then. And for Bourne, they're set to win their 9th division title since 1967 and their 3rd President's Trophy. 2 on the count. Here's the pitch. Up high for a ball, 3-1. Bourne set to finish the season with 53 points overall. They had 51 a year ago in just a 40-game season. Give or take a couple of games for some teams due to weather. Cats team that was 18-17-1 last year, so they built on last year. They put themselves in a better spot heading into the postseason. And it all starts tomorrow. Still 1 more out for Bourne to get 3-1. Pearson fouls it back, 3-2. And the payoff pitch upcoming as the Braves are just 1 strike away from clinching a regular season division crown. Impressive night offensively for the Braves. Quiet one for the Cats. Just 1 out away from being able to put this ball game in the rearview mirror. Nolan Sparks, the righty out of the University of Rochester, gets to sign at the letters. Here's the pitch. In the air out towards center. Starting in, then going back is Taylor. And the Bourne Braves, for the second year in a row, capture the President's Trophy and capture the regular season Western Division crown and have clinched home field advantage in the entirety of the Cape Cod Baseball League postseason with a 9-0 defeat of the Cotuit Kettleers this evening. So big congratulations to the Bourne Braves. We'll see if these teams square off again, potentially in the Western Division Finals. But Tim, I mean, look, you can break down the game, but most of all, I think it's time just to turn the page until tomorrow.
Well, the regular season, as of now in the West, officially over. And it is time for postseason baseball starting tomorrow. So for Cotuit, again, tough loss today. Obviously, you wanted to have that momentum after the Falmouth win last night, continue on into postseason play. But you get a chance tomorrow. Starting pitching is lined up. You have an offense that you have a lot of faith in over the last week or so. And the team's ready to go postseason-wise. Now we'll send it down to Jenna Meyer, who's now joined by head coach Mike Roberts. We'll send it down to Jenna now.
Thanks so much, Tim. I'm joined by head coach Mike Roberts. Coach, not the way you wanted things to go tonight, but moving quickly into playoffs, what are you going to say to your players in this post-game chat?
Oh, I'm just going to say, one, congrats to Bourne for winning the regular season. I feel great that the Kettleers finished second and have played really well the whole year to win, 23 games, same number they won. I feel really good about our club. And, now 44 games are over, or they've been added up, and we finished second. And now you go to the playoffs and see how you do.
And typically in regular season, we don't talk a lot about playoffs and getting all the way here. But now that we are here, any specific things you want them to focus on in this first playoff series?
Not really. I won't say anything to them except just go try to do what we've been, and that is keep our walks less than 2, no errors, and get some clutch hits. And if we do, then we'll be okay.
Thanks so much, Coach. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you very much, Jenna. So we'll keep things here and wrap things up from Lowell Park. A very quick post-game arrival from manager Mike Roberts. And look, congrats to the Bourne team, first of all. They'll get the President's Trophy. They win the West. But Riley, page turns now. This game, throw it in the rearview mirror. Sights set on tomorrow. And you heard what Coach said. Just got to play clean baseball, throw strikes.
Yeah, exactly that. A whole new ball game as we head into the playoffs. Clean slate for all of the teams looking to take home number 18 for this Kettleers team. But again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So see how this team can finish out in the playoffs. A team that really started off strong in this season, but also a team that has come together in the latter part of this season as well. A lot of momentum going into playoffs. Just see how they bounce back. We have a lot of arms that are ready to go, a lot of strong arms for this Kets pitching staff, and the offense with 6 runs last night. They're capable of bouncing back, and see how those both work together as we head into the playoffs. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks team that we've been familiar with this season, and a momentum towards the end of the season as well. So see how they counteract with that team. But again, a lot of promise with this team, a lot of momentum, and it should be, like you said earlier in the broadcast, this is Mike Roberts, who's been here before. He knows what he's doing in the postseason, so can feel confident as we turn the page into tomorrow.
So in this 75th season of Kets baseball, we talked about the chase for 18. But now the chase for 18 is officially on, and it will begin tomorrow night at 4 o'clock from Lowell Park. Should be a great one. Hyannis Harbor Hawks coming to town. Tim, Kets won the Patriot Cup this year, 3-2-1 season series over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. And look, it's going to be a great series, Tim. It's going to be a really good series, and I'm certainly excited between two teams that played each other well all year.
It's an exciting series. Think about even the tie here at Lowell Park, a thriller in a 6-6 game. Both sides that have some dudes that can absolutely mash the ball, pitching staffs that have performed throughout the course of the season, and two teams, as you mentioned, know each other extremely well. Excited for this series kicking off tomorrow.
Riley, any final thoughts before we wrap things up tonight?
I think just ready to go, ready to reset and come back tomorrow for a strong start in this playoff matchup. And Coach Roberts said it as well, is just going to let his team go to work. This is a team that knows what they're doing, see how they counteract and come back tomorrow. But really excited to get started with postseason play, excited to be back here and keep it going for the Kets in this run.
Just to wrap things up here, Bourne gets the win, 9 runs, 14 hits, and error, 9 left on base. They'll finish the year same amount of wins as the Cats, 23, 14, and 7, 53 points, which is good for the best record in the league. Cotuit, no runs, 4 hits, an error, 4 left on base. They dropped 23, 16, and 5, but good for 5 more wins than a season ago and 51 points overall, and a second-place finish in the Western Division standings. Justin Bayans gets the win, 1-0. Matt Joyce the loss, 0-1. Time of the game, 2 hours and 54 minutes, playing in front of 1,889 people. So we will take a turn to the next chapter of the journey this summer to postseason baseball. And sure, like much of you, we certainly cannot wait. It'll be Cotuit. It'll be Hyannis. Low Park, 4 o'clock tomorrow for the first game of 3-game series between the Hawks and the Kettleers. Certainly one you don't want to miss. Once again, big thank you to our guys in the back of the booth, Ryan Chambliss and Jimmy Middleton. Excellent job, as always, on production. And on behalf of my broadcast partners, Jenna Meyer, Tim Crowley, and Riley Pay, I'm Jake Starr. Signing off. Bourne wins at 9-0 tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 3:45 to kick off the 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League postseason. Until then, have a great night.